YouTube, we are here and we're playing in the regional qualifiers. We're about to go crazy. Let's check it out. So let's look at it. We got dual level max in the World Championship qualifiers. And here we go. Terms of participation. Please read and accept the WCS 2025 Speed Duel terms of participating. Okay, let's read them. I'm not reading all of that. No, actually, look. I'll actually skim this. Essentially, okay. Just defining how the rules work, sure. Okay, sounds good to me. We're gonna accept this. Yes, I accept the terms of participation. Confirm. Oh. So, okay, in order to participate in the WCS 2025 Speed Duel format regional qualifiers, please select your participant region. Your participant region is selected based on your settings under Change Country Region. For more information on how to change your country region, please see it. Okay? You may not participate in the WCS 2025 finals in a country or region that is not your place of residence. Okay, North America is correct then. Let's go. North America. I'm in Group A. North America. Okay. Boom. Do you want to enter? Do you want to enter the regional qualifiers in North America? Fuck yes, I do. Let's go. I got a DP of absolutely fucking nothing. But I want to do it. I actually want to do it. I think it's important, all right, at this point, to go over the deck list. Let's take a look. Let's actually take a look at what we got going on here. This is what got us dual level max. We got... Nothing's changed to my last video. If you haven't checked out my last video, definitely go and do that. That'll give you a little bit of insight on how to play the deck. In fact, I'll actually also be making a Speedroid advanced guide. So maybe at some point tonight, if I decide I don't want to grind ladder anymore, we'll start going into the advanced guide and you will see it in live action. You will learn how to play Speedroids like a pro. If you look back in my catalog of videos, I have been playing Speedroids for years. And not just in Duel Links. I played Speedroids, I don't know, 10 years ago. 10 years ago in the TCG. This was my archetype, so let's actually go. Let's actually go. If anybody knows something about Speedroids, I might know just a little bit. Okay, I mean, like, I think this is where we're at. It's kind of late where I'm at, so I hope that I'll be locked in. But we can do it. First game into the WCS 2025 qualifiers. Let's go. Regional qualifiers. Let's do it. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Oh, we're going crazy. We are actually going insane right now. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're having a great night. We're going first. We are actually going first. Hey, drop in chat what, if you're participating right now, let me know what deck you're playing. Let me know. What are you taking in here? Of course, our first game is up against Shadal's. You gotta love it. Okay. Our hand could be worse, I guess. If they have an effect veiler, I think we're instantly cooked and we lose the game. Do they have effect veiler? We instantly lose if they have effect veiler. They don't have effect veiler. All right, we're not cooked. You're actually not cooked. Okay, so we need Takatomborg then. We'll turn the toggle off to save us some time. You're on Nuvelis? Hell yeah, bro. Actually, that is pretty dope. That's the Hungry Burger deck. We're gonna start our turn off by activating Takatomborg into Dice. Dice on Summon is gonna change our Terratop into level 2. Setting up our Synchro Climb. Let's do it. We're now going to Synchro Summon into High Speedroid Cork Shooter. Cork Shooter on summon is going to summon our materials. So I got to think about what's good against it all. We definitely want to set up a Crystal Clear. Yeah, we want Crystal Clear. So, special summon the materials from the graveyard. And we're actually going to play into our extra monster zone. Because we have no further extenders right here, we want to play into the extra monster zone. Okay, we're going to activate this, make you level 6. What do we have in our grave, actually? So we're going to be able to search one card. So if we were to search anything right now, what do we want to search? I guess we want to search a Denden Daikoduke. Yeah, I think we want to search Denden Daikodukes to send off the skill. And we just, like, have to take the L and drop and lose a Chalice as well. Is that worth it? What's a better card to have? A face-down Chalice or... No, it's definitely better to add a Duke here. It's better to add a Duke, guaranteed, because we're gonna get Crystal Clear, but we're also gonna get Crystal Wing. If we search Denden Daikoduke, we also actually get a Crystal Wing as well. And I think a Crystal Wing is better than a Chalice. That's what we're gonna do. We keep Book of Eclipse. We keep the Book of Eclipse. We're gonna activate our skill. Skill, we're gonna, if we control a level 10 monster, which we do, we're gonna freely search. Oh, maybe we search Duplicate. Oh, hold on. Oh, shoot, maybe we search the Duplicate. Oh, I think we searched the Duplicate. What are they gonna summon on their turn that's gonna be that oppressive? If we search Duplicate, then we can have a Crystal Clear, a Duplicate, and a Book of Eclipse. Is that better than having a Crystal Clear and a Crystal Wing with the Book of Eclipse? They don't really have a lot of monster effects, but maybe... No. We want Crystal Wing. We want Crystal Wing. We want Crystal Wing. That's what we do. Send you and send you. Getting back our Clear Wing. Activating our Denden Daikoduke to special summon the dice from the grave. Welcome to stream, everybody. Everybody that's new, I hope you're doing great right now. Now we're going to synchro into our Crystal Wing, and we're going to finish our turn with a Book of Eclipse. I think this is a better board. I think it is. Let's see if they have anything in their hand. Okay, they have no quick play spells in their hand. That's what that tells us. Activating their Glue Eater skill. Searching our Shaddoll Fusion. Welcome. Alright, get a free +1, right? What was it? A +1, +2, +3? Target one monster on the field and destroy it. You're actually a bot. You're actually cringe. He did not read our card. This Shaddoll player does not actually read cards. He should have targeted the Crystal Wing. He should have done it. Our Crystal Clear Wing can activate its effect to essentially protect it from any monster effects. This guy is a Glue Eater. We're activating Shaddoll Fusion. And this is the thing that we're going to want to negate. We want to negate the Shaddoll Fusion. Guarantee we want to negate this. 100% we negate that. Okay. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect... Okay, that's fine. That is a-okay with me, man. We're going to Synchro. Synchro into... Oh, link off into Nightmare Phoenix. Okay, so like if they do this, I think we negate this. We're gonna like Yeah, let's negate this. Like, maybe they have more plays, but at this point, we have such an advantageous position. And we still have a Book of Eclipse to protect us. Like, I think this is actually fine. Yeah. 100% the right move. Let's actually go, dude. Shaddoll players don't read, bro. I swear, bro. I actually swear Shaddoll players don't read cards. All right, 1,000 DP right there. Let's actually go. All right, let's check it out. Let's actually go, dude. Let's actually go. All right, let's check this out. Oh, we do get titles. Holy, we actually get titles. Dude, this is what I've been looking forward to. I really want to get this title. Oh, we got to grind. Oh, man, we got to grind. We got to grind to get top 10,000. WCS 2025 qualifiers, top 10,000, bro. Got a top 5. This was also top 10,000. We got to hit the top 10,000, bro. And we also get a silver rim with... Oh, dude, we got to get this. WCS 2025 regional qualifiers duelist. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. All right, let's go. Let's actually go. Oh, the motivation. The motivation is just spiked right there. We get the title. We get the title and we get the stamp. Oh, hell yeah. All right, we're going second. Dragonic Contact. Alrighty. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome. 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 Welcome, everybody. Watch us clap the meta. All right, we're activating our Glue Eater skill yet again. I feel like we're going to be saying that quite a bit. Freely getting an Arm Dragon level 10. Arm Dragon Thunder level 10. Searching the Super Ball. We got to play the Super Poly next turn. Actually, the insane thing is I think we can play around this. I think we can play around the Super Poly. Oh, shit. We can play around the Super Poly. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. We can play around it. Start our turn with Toggle On. Activate Lance targeting their Rainbow Neos. We can target the Rainbow Neos, right? And then... Oh, dude. So let's think about this. We can start our turn off. Let's read Rainbow Neos. Must be fusion summoned with the above materials. Okay, fine. Let's read it. Wait, they didn't set Super Poly. Wait. There's actually no way they didn't set Super Poly. What the hell? Okay. Well, what does this do? So... Once per opponent's turn, you can target... You can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, target one other card on the field, destroy it if you do it against... Okay, yeah, whatever. Holy shit. Dude, my guy didn't even... Bro, my guy did not even, like... My guy didn't even do anything crazy, bro. What is this? He didn't set the Super Poly? That's his best play. Okay, bro. I mean... Yeah, okay. I mean, you could pop me. Whatever, bro. Do your thing. The funny thing is, I can actually negate this. And I actually am going to negate this. That's the funny thing. I'm actually going to negate this. Because I'd rather actually keep my Terra Top. Like, it'll help me combo off, so. Okay. That's fine. A-okay with me. Alright. Then we will special summon our Takatomborg. Takatomborg will then tribute itself to special summon out our dice from the deck. Dice on summon will make our Terratop level 2. Then we will synchro into Cork Shooter. We're gonna get Corkin. Let's go. Cork Shooter. Cork Shooter on summon. We're special summoning the materials. Let's go. Yo, what's good, Pablo? What's up, bro? It's good to see you in chat. Right now we're grinding the regional ladder. Let's go. Clapping the fools that decide to be cringe. We're gonna activate Red Eye Dice, making our Terratop into a level 6. We will now synchro into our Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Oh, actually, can we target this? This is targetable. Oh yeah, no, we go into Clear Wing Fast Dragon actually. Because we're just going to use this to synchro climb, but this is actually a good play because we can target one of their monster special summon from the extra deck and make its attack 0 and negate its effects. Going absolutely insane. We might as well make their attack 0. We might as well do it. We can do it right here, right now. 0. All right, let's actually go, dude. We haven't even used our normal summon yet. We have yet to use the normal summon. We're gonna yes. Oh no, Neos Fusion is not in the graveyard. Neos Fusion is not in the graveyard. We will now activate our skill. We're gonna get Skillin. Send 2 cards from your hand and or field to the graveyard. We're gonna send you as well as we want to keep the card turbo. We'll actually send the Lance. We don't need it. Come forth, Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Activating card turbo. Card turbo, when we control a wind type monster, we can then special summon it. Now, while we control a Speedroid Tuner, we can special summon the Hagoida from the graveyard. Hagoida plus our card turbo, letting us synchro summon into our Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Honestly, I like looking at this now. I probably should have kept the Lance, but whatever. We'll just get a better card right now. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yo-Yo's probably the best card to get there. Then this doesn't really matter. What is that? 4 plus. This is 11, so 4 plus 7. Oh yeah, dude. Actually, no. This was probably the correct play. Honestly, this probably was. Clearwing Rider's probably correct. Let's do it. Let's do it. Clearwing Rider. Activating Clearwing Rider. We're gonna roll a dice. We're only gonna send 1 back. If we're only sending 1, I feel like we send our Clearwing, and we will pop a card on the field. We will be popping you. Get popping. Get clapped. All right, and then we literally just one-shot him. We don't even need to overextend. We literally one-shot him right now. Literally one-shot him. That is so insane, bro. Oh, man. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Let's go. Yet another 1,000. We take those. We actually take those. I wonder if this will tell us what rank we are. Ranking. So number 1 has 22,000 right now. Dude, it's only been going on for like a couple hours. Not even an hour, dude. So this is as of 10:30. Okay, so we can actually get rank 1000. Oh yeah, no, we got it, bro. We're getting top 10k right here. Let's actually go. Facing off against Blair. I have no idea what deck this is going to be. Let's go. Going second. Okay. Going second's probably better with this hand anyway, to be honest with you. Activating Tuning in the Sky. What skill is this? So, you cannot normal summon or special summon monsters except the agent monsters. Hyperion monsters, okay? Or synchro monsters and normal monsters. During your main phase, you can send one agent monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then you can shuffle one Hyperion monster or one mystical shine ball from your hand into the deck and add one Hyperion monster or one agent creation Venus from your deck to your hand. And during your main phase, you can choose one fairy on your field and treat as a tuner. Okay, so we're doing something. We're supposedly doing something. That's supposed to mean something to someone out there. That meant absolutely nothing to me. That meant genuinely nothing to me. Okay. Agent Neptune. What does this do? Okay. I guess we'll just read their end board. We'll read the end board. Okay, our first synchro summon. What are we going? What are we doing? Okay, also, does this have a graveyard effect? This has no graveyard effect. What does this guy do? Master Flare Hyperion. Okay, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can banish one fairy type monster from your hand or graveyard, then target one card on the field and banish it. It's a hard once per turn. Okay, so he can just quick effect banish us, I guess. That's what we're up against. Activating Venus. Special summon one mystical shine ball from the deck. Okay, I understand. I'm understanding. Okay. Then activating Master Flare Hyperion. What does the first effect do? Okay, so this becomes the original name and the original level. Okay, then we're activating Chorus in the Sky. Search this, so we're getting Uranus. Pause. Okay. Once per turn, you summon agent monster from your deck to the graveyard. If you do, this level becomes that level. What does Neptune do? You can discard this card, special summon one agent monster from your hand or graveyard, except itself. Okay. You're saying, alright, Pablo, you say Eclipse, then Kydrake, and then the motorbike. That is insane. That is actually insane. Oh, man. What does this guy do? This guy used to be on the limited list. You can draw cards equal to the number of non-tuners used for the synchro summon. Quick effect, you can discard two cards and target one card on the field and destroy it. Okay. Yes, I understand what you're saying, Pablo. Yes. Eclipsing this is guaranteed the path forward. 100%. Yeah, like, dude, I think they get clapped by Book of Eclipse, right? Let's see. Yeah, and this only gives it battle protection. Oh yeah, Book of Eclipse, 100%. Alrighty, bro. So they have something activatable in the hand? Oh no, this is this guy. Yeah, then target one card on the field. Okay, we're gonna start off our turn by activating Book of Eclipse. Okay, that felt pretty good. We're then going to activate our skill because our opponent controls a monster and we don't, and it's turn 2. We get free cards and we get to load our graveyard. We're going to start off our turn by special summoning Speedroid Terratop. Terratop on summon is going to search our deck for Takatomborg, and they don't have any card effects. So yes, Pablo, you are correct. We're going to blow up the field and win with Kydrake. Quite literally, that is the best thing we can do. And in fact, we can just do that right here, to be honest with you. Like, we don't even need to extend further. Oh, he has effect failure. He has the Effect Veiler. Okay. He's got Effect Veiler. So what that means is we want to be able to negate the Effect Veiler. So Effect Veiler targets. So we actually want to activate our skill here. We want to activate our skill, and we want to send Denda and Daikaduke along with, I guess... Oh, we've already used Takatomborg earlier this turn, right? No, we have not used Takatomborg yet. So... honestly, I think we send the Speedroid Scratch to play out our Clearwing. We do this just because they're going to have... what's it called? They are gonna have Effect Veiler. So we're playing around the Effect Veiler right now because Effect Veiler is gonna target our High Speed Word Kite Drake, and it but High Speed Word Kite Drake is a level 5 or higher monster, which then has protection from Clearwing. So we're actually gonna destroy all the cards on the field because we have lethal damage after this. So they if they decide to Effect Veiler, oh okay, Ghost. It's Ghost Mortar and Moonlit Chill, which is fine because we can again just activate Clearwing Synchro Dragon's effect, then negating this, and Kite Drake's effect will end up going through, and we will just end up blowing up the entire board and winning the game, right? Seems pretty good. That seems pretty good if you ask me. Pablo, you were onto it, bro. You were onto it. Yes, you were correct. We did not go into a, what's it called? Clearwing Rider, but yes, that's essentially our game plan. Essentially, that was the game plan. You got it. Let's do it. Facing off against Zuzu Boyle. Going second. United Pendulum. What does this skill do? Okay, so they get Pendulum Zones. Select one Pendulum monster you control and place it in your Pendulum Zone. Then select one Pendulum monster in your deck and place it in your Pendulum Zone. Then negate both cards' effects until the end of the turn. The turn you activate the skill, you can only special summon from your extra deck once, except for Pendulum monsters. What the hell? Okay. Normal summoning our Magispector Raccoon. When this card is normal or special summon, you can search a Magispector monster from your deck to your hand. Searching off into our Fox QB. Activating Majesty's Pegasus. And then activating it yet again to then tribute our Raccoon. Yep. You are correct. We are facing off against Magispectors. Activating our skill. Getting our Pendulum Zones. Pendulum summoning out our cards. What are we going to go into here? So if this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Magispector trap card. So this is a counter trap. When a monster would be special summoned or a monster effect is activated, tribute a wind spellcaster monster, negate the summoner activation if you do destroy the card. Okay, so they have essentially a negate to our summon. Yo, what's good, Kuchu Train? Yo, what is good, bro? It's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute. Yeah, United Pendulum is like the Pendulum skill. You're right. And it is for Magispectors. You guys know your stuff. Well, I guess we're going to start off our turn by activating our skill. We're going to, because they control monsters and we don't, we're going to freely search the Speedroid Ceratop. Let's do it. Let's do it. Load up the graveyard. You're glad you finally made it to one of the streams, bro? Dude, it's good to have you, man. It is good to have you. They're negating the summon of Ceratop, which actually means that we don't get our search off because the summon itself was negated. Insane. Pretty good. Pretty good if you ask me, but It's fine. We're going to activate Win the Wind Channeler, discarding our other Win the Wind Channeler, allowing us to search another card from the deck. What do we want? Well, our game plan kind of got screwed over a little bit because our Terratop is gone. But I think the next play that we want to do is actually search out Double Yo-Yo. I think that's what we do. We're going to normal summon our Double Yo-Yo. Activate Double Yo-Yo. Special summoning our Speedroid Terratop. Check this play out. Check it out. Because our Terratop summon was negated, its effect technically has not actually resolved yet or activated, which means that if this were to go through, we would get to special summon out our Speedroid Terratop and search a card, but we got Ice Dragon Prison. But they said no. Okay, so that's pretty cringe. That is actually, like, hella cringe, dude. Okay. Change of plans, change of plans. We will then activate our skill. Sending 2 cards from our hand to the graveyard. If it goes through, you're right. It did not go through. It did not go through. They did not let that go through whatsoever. So this has a graveyard effect. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 speed monster in your graveyard, shuffle into the deck, and special summon 1 Speedroid Synchro. Oh yeah, okay. So we definitely want to send that. I guess we'll get this out. It is better than nothing. Let's go. Attack. Oh shoot, I should have read this. No way, bro. They are actually played through everything we did. They played through literally everything that we did. This is actually insane. So maybe the better card to search. Okay, thinking about it now, I think the better card to search would have been not Yo-Yo. It probably would have been Card Turbo. Because here's the thing, right? We had a bunch of normal summons in our hand anyway, right? We could have just actually no, we should have just kept the Marble Machine. Yeah, we should have guaranteed search Card Turbo because Marble Machine would have been able to normal summon and then on summon search out another thing that we wanted. So that was actually cringe. That was cringe. That was cringe. That was actually cringe. And I think this is where the OTK is. Yeah, guaranteed OTK. Our first loss, dude. Our first loss. It's crazy. All right, GG's. GG's. That was good, though. That was good. Hey, this is... And what's crazy about this right now, right, is that we're going to start seeing a bunch of decks that are unexpected, right? We look at the tier list. Yes, we're going to see a lot of Shaddolls, obviously. But... this is the time. If you have a rogue deck that is a sleeper deck that you know is actually good, this is the time to be playing that deck. That's what I'm going to say. That is what I'm going to say. GG's, though. GG's. GG's. It was a good game. All right. All right. All right, man. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad, given all things considered. Yo, Coochie Train, you got to hop on one of these streams, bro. Yes, part 2 started. Part 2 started. Yes, it literally started like an hour ago. This is fresh. This is actually fresh. But yeah, dude, you should hop on one of these streams. It'd be cool to have you. And you've been gone from Duel Links content for a while. You've been gone. But you're back. Dude, that would be awesome, bro. That would be awesome. We should figure out how to get each other's Discord. You become ass at this game? Dude, listen, I become ass at this game every few months, bro. Like, I'll get my Duel Links addiction, and then, like, slowly I fade out, right? Because of whatever reason. And then, like, I get ass, and then I come back, and I'm like, oh my god, the pop-ups. You haven't done a cog run in a minute. Yeah, me neither, dude. If you saw my profile, I'll actually show you my profile after this. I haven't... Dude, it's embarrassing. It is actually embarrassing. I haven't hit cog in like over 6 months. I'm just back for the I'm back for the Chad WCS gaming. And plus I saw Speedroids were on the tier list, so like, hey, the new support is good. All right, we're gonna special some of the materials. So we're facing off against Utopia, right? Yeah, that's definitely Utopia. Okay. Let's lock in a little bit here. Okay, make you level 6. Turn the toggle off. We're gonna go into Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Yeah, Speedroids are hella good, bro. Like, I'll play this deck no matter how many options we have, but the fact that we actually have, like, pretty much all the support that we would want, except, like, the really, really new, like, what is it, Crystal Clearwing Over Synchro Dragon or something, like the new one that just came out. We have pretty much everything we need. And at this point, even in, like, Master Duel and, like, the OCG, we're mainly on, the whatever it's called. We're mainly mixing it, right? A lot of people are on Cashier Speedroids. A lot of people were on I forgot some of the other variants, but yeah, most people mix Speedroids in. It's no longer just if they hit Clearing and you don't have Forbidden Lance, you're just cooked. That is true. That is actually true. There's a lot of combo lines, so I'm definitely gonna be making an advanced guide. So if at some point, maybe even tonight, we'll see. We will see. I might end up working through or talking through the thought process of a Speedroid player. Okay, let's actually lock in now. So let's actually lock in. What have we burned? The resources we burned are we burned our attack at Tomborg. We have not burned our card turbo yet. We could normal summon our double yo-yo. Double yo-yo on summon. Special summons our dice. We could then synchro into... I think even if we... What's it called? Even if we go into high speedroid rubber band shooter, I don't think that that does anything extra. No, it doesn't. There's no reason. Oh, and against Utopia, that's bad too, anyway. So I think that the game plan is going to be... We're going to normal summon our double yo-yo. Double yo-yo on summon. We'll special summon our cork shooter. Cork shooter plus double yo-yo equals clearing fast dragon. We got to go a little bit faster. Right? And then clearing fast dragon into the extra monster zone. And then we activate our skills, sending both Den and Daikoduke. Wait, have we... That was our normal summon. Yeah, so then we activate our skill, sending both Den and Daikoduke along with Marble Machine to the graveyard. Special summoning out the Clear Wing. The game plan is get Lava Golem. If we get Lava Golem, we're actually cooked. If we get Lava Golem, we are actually cooked. So don't even put that into existence, bro. If we get Lava Golem, we're literally cooked, which is why I went down this play anyway. Because just for the chance that he has fucking Lava Golem, we'll at least have one monster and Book of Eclipse out. That is actually crazy you just said Lava Golem. Because this deck, Utopia, is actually playing Lava Golem right now. That is the crazy part. Watch this. Just because you said it, they're going to have Lava Golem. Oh, man. Enter main Lava Golem. Is this fine? This has to be fine. This has to just be okay. Because they're going to activate the rank up spell and we need to negate the rank up spell. Yeah, Lava Golem is rampant these days. It's actually insane how rampant Lava Golem is. No way we're just going to set. They always have it. They actually did it. This is insane. I actually should have negated that. I actually should have negated that. This is freaking crazy, bro. So hold on. What can we even do here? Lava Godlem. All right. Well, I mean, I don't even think we do anything crazy. I think we literally just like attack in face, right? This is actually insane. And we have a protection here. This is actually crazy. No fucking way, dude. Do we just lethal him off this? What the fuck, bro? Yo, what? What is going on, bro? Yo, what is going on? Oh, this is funny. How does Utopia brick? Yeah, exactly. What on earth did he open to not be able to do anything? What, like, I'm pretty sure that deck is, like, isn't it a glue eater deck, bro? Isn't it a yellow button deck? You can literally just click the yellow button to then get your entire combo plus, like, hella negates. No, that's crazy, dude. That's, it won't let me see his deck list, but like, that's actually crazy. I actually don't know how you decide to play that deck. Oh, how do you play it? I'm lost for words, bro. I actually don't know how you don't activate the skill. Oh shit, we are on a mirror match. We are actually on a mirror match right now. Going second on the mirror match is actually crazy. If we draw Book of Eclipse right now, this game loves us too much. Okay, no, it doesn't love us that much, but that would have been crazy. Hey, welcome everyone new who's just joined. Welcome. Yeah, he just had to open no ZS monsters, like actually none, which either means A, he's really unlucky, or B, he like just doesn't run enough and his ratios are off. By the way, anyone new who has joined the stream, I need you to hit the like button and subscribe. All right? That's all I ask. Yeah, just top deck the Book of Eclipse. That's actually how you win it. That's just how you win at Yu-Gi-Oh! Just top deck Book of Eclipse. Just draw the out, bro. Actually, just draw the out. So his hand was pretty ass. His hand was pretty ass. Oh my god, that is a pretty good. That is actually a really. Wait, did he skill for this though? No, he already activated the skill. Okay, maybe that's less good. He normal summoned the Fukumdoshi. Yeah. So okay. His hand was pretty garbage, dude. But he does still have duplicate. If I was him, I'm either going to Clearing Rider, or I'm going to duplicate for this, go into Rubber Band Shooter and try to make the hand better. But he's really desperate if he does. If he does this, I mean, that means he's probably on Kendama. You only do this if you have Kendama, because you are trying. No, I don't even know what he's going to do here. He's already. Maybe he has another normal summon in his hand. Maybe he's got another normal summon in his hand, and he's hoping that I don't have effect failure. Because if I had effect failure, he's cooked. Whereas if he summoned out the, oh, he banished a 7. Okay, so what is he gonna pick? He's gonna pick double yo-yo. No, he can't pick double yo-yo. Well, yeah, if he draws double yo-yo, that sucks. All right, let's give him the fucking Terra Top. No, okay, we give him double yo-yo. Oh, that's crazy, dude. What are the odds that we give him exactly? That's actually exactly what he needed. Because he needed... Wait. No, how does he... Now his board is clogged. Because he's going to normal summon the yo-yo into the Terra Top. Terra Top on summons is going to search, which is good for him. But then he's already linked... Unless he runs another Rubber Band Shooter? Yeah, no, he's cooked, bro. He's cooked. He's cooked. I don't know what this guy's doing. I don't think he knew what he was doing. I don't think he knew either. Like, I think what that guy needed to do was he needed to go into high Speedroid Clearing Rider and then just pass the turn and set the. So he had duplicate. No, what that guy did was cringe. That guy he wasn't playing optimally, because he had duplicate, which is actually just good as a set card. It's actually a good disruption, especially knowing that we are in a mirror match. So he knew that I was also playing Speedroids. So he could have set the duplicate, which would have been like actually good. Yeah, he got lost in the sauce. So duplicate would have clapped us, and then he would have had high Speedroid Clearing Rider, then could go into Clearwing Synchro Dragon and Clearwing Fast Dragon, meaning that he has 2 negates and he has a return back to. He has a bounce effect, or he can bounce one of our cards back to the hand, and on top of that, he then would also have another card face down as a bait to pretend like he had something even better, right? So I don't know. Like, that's what I would have done if I was him. I don't know what he was doing. He decided to like try to like really high IQ that, but like what was crazy is I like at every one of his decision points, I'm like, wait, it really has to be this hyper specific scenario to actually be good, and it wasn't. So anyway, he got lost in the sauce. It happens. That's why you guys got to watch my Speedroid Advanced Guide video that is going to be coming out. I guarantee you, I hope it comes out soon. But I will work on it, all right? We're getting the gameplay. And I will then do the analysis at some point. Let's do it. We're going first. Okay, this is Shadal's. Okay, we're going first into Shadal's. Our hand's not awful. Okay, so looking at this, right? Our hand's not awful. We have to normal summon Ultra Hound. Ultra Hound sends our duplicate, which kind of sucks. Duplicate, yeah, so we're just gambling. We just hope he doesn't have effect failure. We gamble. If he has effect failure, we're actually cooked. We are genuinely cooked right now. Maybe, no, maybe we're not. Maybe we're not. So he does have effect failure. Ah, jeez. Knowing that he has effect failure, though, really sucks. Dude, he's got effect failure. He's actually got effect failure right now. So no matter what we send, we're cooked. Yeah, because the only thing we're going to go into is a high Speedroid rubber band shooter. Hold on, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to lock in right now. I'm actually trying to lock in because our hand is pretty garbage. We actually send duplicate. Yeah, we send duplicate. We send duplicate. We do it. Okay, duplicate. And then we're gonna force this, I guess. All right, this is what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna special summon our Cork Shooter. Our hand is so bad that this is actually what we're gonna do. We're gonna special summon Cork Shooter, and then activate the effect to attempt to bait out this this effect failure. Add one Speedroid spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Okay. Our hand is actually this bad that this is what we're doing. Will he do it? So yeah, no, if he doesn't, he's okay. No, he has to do this. Yeah. He had to do this. Here's the effect failure. Okay, so that has me questioning because, okay, what is better against Shadal's? Is Lance or Chalice better against Shadal's? I think Chalice is better against Shadal's. Yeah, Chalice is better because if they're probably not going to OTK us, and then Lance doesn't really do much against them, but Chalice could stop their window. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to play the Clearwing Synchro Dragon and then go into our Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon here. This is what we do. This is actually what we do. We're gamers. We're gaming. We are actually gaming right now. Welcome every single one of you to this stream. We're going crazy. We're actually going insane. Come forth, Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Then we have access to our skill. We gotta freely search anything from our deck to our hand. What do we want to search here? What do we search? I think we probably search... Dude. I mean, like, we've already normal summoned. Oh, is Duke in the grave, actually? No, Duke is not in the grave. Oh, we can search the duplicate. I think we actually get the duplicate. I think duplicate's gonna be good. Oh, we're like so backed in the corner for like what's good here that's actually better. This is actually okay. All things considered, this is a pretty good board given how bad our starting hand was. I do have to say, this is fairly good for what we were given. I was low-key questioning whether we go into Rubber Band Shooter because we already baited out the effect failure. That's kind of what I was thinking, right? We go into Rubber Band Shooter, but we just didn't have enough materials to do it because we would have had to get rid of our Cork Shooter as material for the Link Summon, and I don't think that's correct. I just simply don't think that was correct. If we had one more monster, maybe... we would have been able to do it. Shell Beast. Target... okay, draw 2 cards, then discard 1 card. That's fine. Okay, what are we doing? We're sending our Hedgehog. Hedgehog, we're gonna let that go through. It can add one shell monster from the deck to the hand. Except itself. Alright, we're searching how do you say this? Squamata? Okay, if this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can send one shell card from your deck to your graveyard. Also, it is a flip summon. So, okay, this is guaranteed what we negate with Crystal Clearwing. 100% get rid of this shit off fusion. Okay, we do have a droplet. So they had droplet for this. That's fine. They just had the out. They actually just had the out. Good for them. Okay, not too bad though. So what are we going into here? Okay, so this is on special summon, right? Okay, so they're gonna pop this anyway, right? That's what this guy does. Target one spell, trap her on the field. So yeah, we might as well just activate the Chalice anyway to negate the Construct, because I'm pretty sure Construct, you can send one shell card from your deck to the graveyard, which we don't want them to do this. So if they're gonna pop us anyway, we might as well at least negate them, right? We still have our duplicate though, but they know that we have a duplicate. They know it. They actually know it. Okay, that's fine. Okay. That L-Shell Construct is looking kind of scary right about now. We're gonna set one. Okay. Dude, that droplet was crazy. Okay. Okay, I think we can... this is winnable. This is winnable. What are we doing? We're gonna link off into Nightmare Phoenix. Actually, no way, dude. They know what card this is. What is this doing? So, hold on. What is L-Shell Construct doing? Okay, if this card sends a graveyard, you can target one spell or trap card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. We are gonna duplicate, obviously, and we're gonna send back the Nightmare Phoenix. We're gonna banish... Oh, shoot. We're gonna banish Ultra Hound, and we're gonna return back the Nightmare Phoenix. Because we don't want him to beat over us with damage. Okay. I mean, like, what is this gonna do right now? I don't think they've used their, like, normal summon yet, so they could... Yeah, so they're gonna normal summon here. And then just beat over us? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and then we're just gonna search our... We're gonna search our, we're gonna search Terra Top, bro. Alright, we're cooking. Oh, man, we are cooking. Alright, let's go. Oh, best follow-up play. Alright, we're gaming. We are gamers. We are gamers. Come for Terra Top. Terra Top on summon, searching for Takatomborg from the deck. Welcome to the stream. Searching the Takatomborg. Okay, nothing activatable. They do have something activatable. They're letting it go. We're going to special summon a Takatomborg. What do we have here in the extra deck? What do we have in the graveyard right now? Okay, we're going to activate Takatomborg. Takatomborg into Fukumadoshi Piper. Fukumadoshi Piper on summon will let us excavate one card and then add it to our hand. That is not a bad card to excavate. Okay, we will then special summon out our Clear Wing Fast Dragon. We're low on time, so we kind of got to hustle. We'll then normal summon out our Speedroid Marble Machine. Marble Machine on summon gets to search the deck. We're searching. Get searching. I'm gonna search this. Oh, bro, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I'm actually cooked. Okay, we're just gonna battle. We're just gonna battle. All right, bro. I'm selling. I'm selling to the timer. I'm actually selling right now. We are gonna hit face for 200 damage. Okay. We're actually losing the timer right now. Bro, no. End the turn, bro. We are actually losing the timer. Maybe that was cringe. I think that was actually cringe. What is this guy again? All right, let's look. Let's get looking. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see a lot of new faces in here. I need you to drop a like on this video or else we're not going to win. Give me the heart of the cards. Give it to me. If we had more time, we were gonna go into rubber band shooter and start going crazy. That's what we were gonna do. I swear, guys. Okay, we're gonna activate Reshadal Incarnation, letting us flip target one of your banished Shadal monsters, special summon that monster. Okay. Hell Shadal Hollow. Okay, that's fine. They're playing heavily defensively, interestingly enough. They could just beat over me here. I don't know why they're playing this in defense position. Link off it to IP Masquerena, dude? Okay. Interesting. Maybe this is so they're going to activate their Shadal Fusion. Yeah. Okay. I mean, go ahead, activate your Shadal Fusion. This is a good player. This guy's actually good at the game. He's knowing this. Okay. And for all of you here watching right now, if you don't understand why this guy's a really cracked player, he's going to summon out this monster. He wants this effect to resolve. Okay. And now if I were to negate him here, he could simply, if I were to use Clearing Fast Dragon to negate the El Shadal, whatever this guy is, then he can just IP Masquerena to then link summon with them into a, what's it called, another monster, and this guy would still resolve. What does this guy even do? Okay, okay. Many Shadal players are good. Yes, yes, there are a lot of good Shadal players. That is also true. If you're not good, the deck is pretty hard. But there are actually a lot of bad Shadal players because they see that Shadal is meta, and so then they just play it. But yes, I agree with you. I agree with you, Kuchitrain. They're guaranteed, like, there are some Shadal players that are, like, very good. And Shadals are a high skill deck, too. It's not just like a... It's not just a, like, you know, easy win. It's not a glue eater deck. Definitely not. Shadal is good in the long duel. Yeah, for sure. They have hella good grind game. And you need to win really fast or else you die because they just have access to so many resources over the course of the game. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Moonman, it's been a while since I've seen you in chat, bro. I hope you're doing good. Kuchichan, I want to show you this. This is my last 5 seasons, dude. This is actually my last 5 seasons. I have not... It got so bad that they unranked me. It got so bad that they actually unranked me. But we're back. Dual level max. DP of 4,125. Let's actually see where we are on the ranking. Holy shit, dude. We are actually top 1,000 players in the world right now. We are actually top 1,000 players right now. And I'm currently ranked at 90 in the region. Oh, we're going in. Oh, we're going in. Oh, we're going insane, dude. I wasn't expecting to actually, like, see these numbers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Let's do it. Guys, I'm going to be playing this entire weekend. I'm in the middle of my finals. I'm in the middle of finals right now. I literally have a math final on Monday. Who cares? Because what I'm doing this weekend is playing Duel Links. For you. I'm playing Duel Links for you. So, if you have not done so yet, I need you to like the video. Why would they instantly concede, dude? We'll take the free DP, bro. But... Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, bro. Actually, fair enough. Let's do it. You keep losing to time and Utopia. Yeah, dude. They did not fix the timer. They actually need to address the situation, because the reality of the situation is Duel Links is approaching Master Duel in power level. And like, as long as we have that as a reality, we should be having a longer time, right? I'm not saying it is that power level, plus obviously our turns are shorter with only one main phase, but like, we should have a longer timer than we have. Facing off against another Shadal player, we do have... our hand's pretty cringe. How do we do this? How do we do it? How do we do it? Yeah, dude, the rate grind is crazy. It's definitely hard to keep up. Okay, so... dude, our hand is so bad. We want to send Duplicate to the grave. And I guess we have to send a Lance to the grave. Wow, dude. The extra 30 is not enough. I 100% agree. No way, we're lagging. The minute Ash Blossom is released in the game, you stop playing. What's going on here? Yo, is my stream still up? Is it my Wi-Fi that's crashing, or is it Duel Links? I think it was Duel Links. Yeah, so the minute Ash comes in the game, you're not playing. Honestly, my feelings on Ash is that Ash is actually healthy for the game. That is my take. My take is that Ash is actually good for the game, and it might not be as good as you think it is in Duel Links. I used to be an Ash hater. I remember back in the day, I actually thought that Ash Blossom was just like a horribly designed card, and I thought it was garbage. But I've since changed my ways. I think it's healthy, because Ash Blossom isn't overpowered. You know what's overpowered? Being able to like summon off your entire freaking extra deck in one turn. A singular disruption is not going to stop you. Okay, so I think what we do here, so let me think about this. If we, okay, we could just go into Crystal Wing, which doesn't do much, or we could go into High Speedroid Rubber Band Shooter, which is guaranteed what we do. I'm not even going to finish this thought. We got a timer issue. We got a timer issue, and I think what we do is we just like, we go with the flow, man. We got to feel the flow. All right, we're going to activate this, activate the second effect. We're running Kendama for this use case. Watch and see why I'm actually factually correct. In this statement, we are going to send, we want a Denden Daiko Duke along with a Attack a Tomborg. Oh, we should have done Terratop Attack a Tomborg. I'm hella ass. Oh, I'm hella ass. Oh, shit. All right, I'm hella ass, dude. Please. I want to attack it. No, man. Dude, of course, dude. This game hates me, bro. Dude, the worst part about this is that I forgot that I haven't used my normal summon yet. Oh, and I didn't even mean to set it, dude. Oh, okay, I'm playing bad. Okay. Guys, this is embarrassing. Don't watch. Don't watch. Close your eyes, guys. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That was embarrassing. Oh, like I cringed a little bit, dude. You're trying to build a Speedroid deck right now. Okay. And Moonman, how many tech cards do you play in the deck? I can tell you that in just a second. We're running 2 Lance, 2 Book of Eclipse, and 2 Chalice. So that's 6. There's so much value in picking up the level 11 Synchro for 950 gems, because it will let you pull... It gives you pulls from the new box as well. Yes, Colonel. Absolutely. 100% pick up High Speedroid Clearing Rider right now in the special set, and you will also pull packs in the latest box, which will give you your Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon, which is heavily important to the deck. If you like Speedroids, Colonel, I got you, bro. If we were less bad at the game, then I would have a really good board right now, but because I'm actually ass, it doesn't matter. these are the games where it's like, maybe like I'm not qualified to make a Speedroid guide video. To be fair, some of these were misclicks, but like, yeah. Yes, Kucha Train, you're right. All the bundle deals are hella good when you need stuff from the current box. Guaranteed. 100%, 100%. Especially when the bundles are for the decks that you want to build in your new box. In the new box. Yes, that's why you're here. You like Speedroid. Okay. Well, Colonel, I got you, bro. After this game, we're going to take a little like pause from grinding ladder because clearly I'm mechanically challenged at the moment. I'm currently like playing slower. It's probably just because it's late. I didn't even get that much sleep last night. Like I slept for like a few hours and then got up and then worked for like 8 hours, which I guess is just a normal work day, but my job requires a lot of thinking, you know. It's like it's I'm a software engineer. It's like I don't want to say it's difficult, like it's not a difficult job per se, but it does take quite a bit of thinking. So today was a heavy thinking day. What time is it for me? It's currently 12:07 a.m. It's currently 12:07. But you know, and after the long day of doing whatever I do, I came home and did homework, math homework, which is more logic. I'm doing more problem solving with logic. And then after the math homework, I go straight into Duel Links, which is more logic and problem solving on a computer, dude. Like, this is crazy, bro. Oh, we're in the same time zone? That's cool, man. That's cool. I had no idea. Are you on the West Coast too? Yes, I work 2 jobs. So I'm a social media manager, I'm a software engineer, and I go to school. Yeah, and I go to school. Dude, computer science is a hard field, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It is actually a hard field. I think it's one of those things where like it's definitely it's rewarding, because for me, I like problem solving. So in a lot of ways, that's a lot of what computer science is, and being a software engineer. Oh, you're based in LA. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I know it is. It's crazy. It's so much work. And then on top of it, I also make Duel Links content, right? Or Yu-Gi-Oh content in general. So like it is just like it is kind of a lot, right? That's why you don't see as many like posts that often on YouTube, just because I'm literally doing so much with my time that I don't really have as much time to play Yu-Gi-Oh and do everything I want to do. But you know, whenever I get the chance, I definitely I try for you guys, because it's cool. You know, we have a nice community here. You know, you guys in chat are like fucking awesome. You guys are fucking awesome. And what's crazy is, I mean, I usually wouldn't be speaking about the money side of YouTube, but today's literally my birthday. Today's actually my birthday, and Google is monetizing me. Like, it's not set in stone yet. I'm not monetized yet, but I have exactly the amount of watch hours I need to get monetized, and that's my birthday present from Google, bro. Actually, my birthday present. I have no idea how the fuck you do that. I already do work and video stuff, and that already burns my brain. Yeah, dude. I get it, bro. I get it. And you're also running... The thing is, Kucha Chain, you're running 2 channels right now. You're actually running 2 channels, and I applaud you, dude. Your other channel is, like, doing hella good, dude. Hold on. We're plugging Kucha Chain's other channel. We're plugging it. Let's pause for a second. And, we're pausing. Oh, let's look at this. Okay, what is this? I forgot what my OBS setting is for this. 1 second. As main screen. Can you guys still see? Okay, you guys can see, right? And you guys can still hear me. Cool. Check this out. Bro, Kucha Chain literally runs another YouTube channel. A whole nother YouTube channel. I think it's not even that old yet either. Yeah, dude. It's like only 6 months old, bro. You're going crazy on this channel. So I mean, I have high levels of respect for you, bro. Like, and it's not like you've abandoned your Duel Links channel either. Like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, dude, you're still making Duel Links videos. I haven't watched this video yet. I gotta see it. I saw you posted. But yeah, that's crazy, dude. If you haven't, I'm sure everyone in chat, I'm sure you guys know Kuja Train, but he makes great videos. Great videos. I hate how the skill doesn't allow you to play Stardust Excel Synchro. Let's actually look at what the limitations are. Oh yeah, so you can't normal or special summon any monsters except Clearwing, Synchro Dragon, or Speedroid monsters. Oh, we're showing channels now. Hey man, I'm just trying to give you a nice little plug, bro. Sorry for putting you on blast. I didn't know that your Monster Hunter account was off limits for the Duel Links community. Yeah, dude. Guaranteed they add restrictions to the skill all the time. Here's the thing. All right. Let's actually, okay, look. This will be the start. You guys are behind the scenes of what my Speedroid advanced guide is. So I guess we're going to talk through it. All right. YouTube. We're going to go over the deck list right here. We're running triple Win the Wind Channeler. 1 Speedroid Terratop. 1 Fukumadoshi Piper. Triple Takatomba Work. 2 Car Turbo. 2 Double Yo-Yo. Double Denden Daikuduke, triple Marble Machine, double Red Eye Dice, double Ultra Hound, Speedroid Scratch, 2 Forbidden Lance, 2 Book of Eclipse, 2 Forbidden Chalice, Speed Recovery, and Speedroid Duplicate. As for the extra deck, we're running High Speedroid Clearwing Rider, Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, High Speedroid Kite Drake, Clear Wing Fast Dragon, Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, High Speedroid Kendama, High Speedroid Cork Shooter, and High Speedroid Rubber Band Shooter. Remember when they made the Buster Blader skill and then forgot to allow you to summon Buster Dragon? Yes, I actually do remember that, and that was crazy, bro. Dude, Duel Links is like the Wild West sometimes. I swear, bro, that's fucking funny, bro. Yo, listen, Kuja Train, you come on. That's actually gonna be our collab video, bro. We'll have your we'll be speed. It'll be your Speedroid video, featuring me. Hey, but they'll let you play IP and Underworld Goddess and Shaddoll. Yeah, but that's what's crazy. So the thing is, like, Duel Links has favoritism. Duel Links genuinely has favoritism towards certain decks, and I'm actually gonna put you guys on. This is like actually some sauce about Duel Links. You need to, as the player, you need to pick the decks that you think Konami will favor over time. That is crazy. That's a crazy statement. Why is that? Well, you think, oh, just because right now you see this meta deck, this meta skill. Well, Konami has a vested interest in making sure that the archetypes that you like, you being the broad sense of the Yu-Gi-Oh community, like good skills over time. It's actually true. Think about it. Shaddoll is a fan favorite deck. It actually is. It's a fan favorite deck, so that's why Shaddoll is going to be good. Honestly, Shaddoll is a good investment in Yu-Gi-Oh. Shaddoll wasn't ever in the anime, but it actually is a good investment. Same thing, like, look, Speedroids. Like, Speedroids are a fan favorite deck. A lot of people like it. They're going to get support over time. They might not be always tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, but we're going to keep getting good skills on Speedroids. You see a deck like Heroes, for example. Heroes have been good in Duel Links for like literally the last like 8 years, dude. 7 years. Like, we've always had some variation of a hero deck. Like, that's the reality of the game. And so as long as you're not picking like some like absolute trash, dude, like, you're probably gonna be fine. And I think if you just like spend your gems like effectively, you know, you'll probably be good. You'll probably be good. Like Utopia, dude, Utopia has an animation for every single one of their summons. Like, that's also a safe deck. Dude, Automats back in 2021, and ever since Automats, Utopia has been in and out of the meta for years. Utopia is a safe investment. Like, honestly, right now, go buy it. Just spend your gems on Utopia. Like, that's not a cringe investment. It's like, I think it's like a 2,000 gems and some free tickets, dude. Like, definitely make that deck if you haven't yet. Anyway, tangent over. let's go into this. So why are we running triple win? We're running triple win and 1 Speedroid scratch for consistency. We're running a 30 card deck, so we need ways to search out our cards, especially given the fact that we only have 1 Speedroid Terratop, right? We only have 1 Speedroid Terratop, therefore, we're gonna need ways to search it. That's our way. Okay, so Speedroid Terratop needs no introduction. This is literally the best card in your deck. It is Elemental Hero Stratos, except you can special summon itself. Except that it can special summon itself if you control no monsters, which is absolutely just busted. Okay, that's actually busted. Next, for our searchers, we're running triple Speedroid Marble Machine. This card is essentially a worse Terratop, but we're maxing out on this for consistency reasons. It is actually not the best card to be playing. This is not your best normal summon. Do you play on Speedroid? Do you play on Speedroid? Oh, yes. I'm making a Speedroid guide as we speak. Literally right now, I am making the Speedroid guide. If you listen, you'll learn. Yes, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Colonel, if you only have 1 win, you are absolutely cooked. You are absolutely cooked. You need triple win. You need 3 win the Wind Channeler. No exceptions. The card that you can cheap out on is the Speedroid Scratch, bro. You don't need the Scratch. You need 3 win, though. You need the 3 win. So get the 3 win. All right, let's go into it. The next searcher we have is Speedroid Marble Machine. Marble Machine is essentially a Terratop, but you have to normal summon it. Okay. But let's talk about this. This is not the best normal summon in the deck, but a lot of the time, if you're not running this card, you will probably be cooked. Okay, that's the reality. We have a lot of ways to special summon tuners from the deck, being Card Turbo just can summon itself if you control a wind monster. You can summon out your dice by banishing your Den Daikoduke from your graveyard. Okay, you can special summon Duplicate as a tuner if it's in your graveyard, and you can summon out any tuner from your deck with Takatomborg by tributing it. So we have a lot of ways to special summon tuners. We don't have a lot of non-tuners, okay? So really our only non-tuners are, we're going to get into it. But yes, this is a good card, but here are the limitations. The limitations with Marble Machine: it's not your fault that the anniversary box keeps giving you the invoke you are and not win. Dude, I feel really bad for you, bro. I'm not going to lie. If it gets really bad, I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie, like, the anniversary box is pretty good, but if you get to a point where you get, I don't know how many ultras are in there, but if you get, once you get your second win, you might want to pivot to the Speedroid box. I'm not sure. You got to play your gems effectively. I decided not to open the anniversary box because I already have all the cards in the anniversary box, but if I was new to getting the cards, I think that might be the better place to get the cards. All right, let's talk about the limitations of Speedroid Marble Machine. So the problem is, this is a pendulum monster, which you might not think is that big of a deal, but it actually causes a major issue. The major issue with Speedroid Marble Machine being a pendulum monster is that it doesn't go to the graveyard when you send it, when you use it as material for a synchro or link summon. This is just pendulum ruling. This is Konami being cringe. Why is that bad? That's bad because the best synchro monster in your deck to get your plays going is your high Speedroid Cork Shooter. Cork Shooter on summon, if all the materials that were used for the synchro summon of this card were Speedroid monsters and are in your graveyard, special summon all of them. That's bad. That's bad with Marble Machine because this will actually be face up in your extra deck. Therefore, you cannot activate Cork Shooter's effect to special summon the materials and continue your synchro climbs. So you got to be very careful when you're using Marble Machine. Same thing happens when you link it off with high Speedroid Rubber Band Shooter. And this goes to your extra deck. That's just that. Those are kind of the limitations we're dealing with here. But overall, it is still really good. By no means is it a bad card, but you just gotta play around that, right? The next, I guess, good normal summon we have is Speedroid Ultra Hound. Now, Ultra Hound on summon will let you send any Speedroid monster from your or any Speedroid card from your deck to the grave, which is very strong, especially because you can send Duplicate. Duplicate again, like I said, in the graveyard will let you make Ultra Hound one. Will let you change one of the levels of your Speedroid monsters and lower it by 1 to then special summon as a tuner monster for your graveyard. That's pretty good. So you know, there's some stuff going on there. Also, Ultron does actually have a second effect in your graveyard where you can ban the next turn it's sent to, after it's sent to the graveyard. You can banish it to then special summon or banish a Speedroid. Let me look at the exact wording. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Speedroid monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, special summon one Speedroid Synchro monster from your extra deck with the same level but a different name. So, let me actually check that for you. I'm pretty sure 1-for-1 is limited. I'm pretty sure 1-for-1 is limited. Where? Is it not? Am I hella cringe? Am I hella cringe? It is limited. Yeah, it is limited. Exactly. That's the problem. The problem is that in Duel Links, your limit 1, you can only have one limit 1 in your deck. We are already running Crystal Wing Sacred Dragon, therefore we cannot actually play 1-for-1. Although 1-for-1 would be a good card. Okay, let's get back into it. So Duplicate, it will let you, you know, go crazy with Ultra Hound, but Ultra Hound will also let you, for example, banish a level 3 monster in your graveyard to then freely special summon out Cork Shooter from the extra deck if you still have it there. Okay, so that's actually good. That effect rarely comes up, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it is actually still good to know and why we're running this card. Next, we're looking at Double Yo-Yo. Double Yo-Yo is arguably the best normal summon here. So this is kind of a, it's kind of a toss up. So I think, like, honestly, if I'm looking at the ratios, I might want to bump Double Yo-Yo up to 3. But again, the problem with Double Yo-Yo is that it requires cards in the graveyard for itself to be good. Whereas Marble Machine allows you to actually continue searching your deck. Because also, what's important to know is that your skill basically means, can I ask why you don't play Speedroid Wheel? Yes, we'll get into that. The thing is, your skill, right, essentially means that any card in your hand is not a brick. That's probably the biggest thing about Speedroids, is that no card in your hand is a brick, because you can simply just activate the skill and then send 2 cards from your hand and or field to the graveyard and play a Clearing Synchro Dragon from your extra deck or graveyard. Remember, or graveyard. So it basically means that any card in your hand is no longer a brick, which means that you can think of this, you can get greedy with your deck building. Basically, you just want to fully optimize your greed for your card advantage. And Marble Machine gives you more card advantage with no contingencies, whereas Speedroid Double Yo-Yo requires you to have a card in your graveyard, which means it's just harder to get started. But in general, I will say that Speedroid Double Yo-Yo often gets you farther along in your turn than Marble Machine does. But, you know, we also need a min-max our plays, right? We don't want to be in a situation in which we can't get started. Once we're already starting to combo off, it's really easy to keep going. We have a lot of options. The hardest part is getting started, and if we don't have Terra Top, we're going to want the Marble Machine. And then a lot of the time, we can just link off into Rubber Band Shooter anyway and get an extra normal summon. By the way, your Marble Machine can search your Double Yo-Yo, and so Rubber Band Shooter will give you another normal summon to play your Double Yo-Yo. So it's insanely good. Insanely good. All right. Now, why are we not playing Speedroid Wheel? Let's take a look at the card. And I'm going to explain this to you because I actually have genuine reasoning. I have genuine reasoning why we're not playing this card. This card is actually ass. This card is actually garbage. And so I've thought about this for a little bit, right? Okay, so let's think about this from a card advantage perspective, okay? So the way I view this deck, right? Where am I going to start with my reasoning here? Okay, let's think about this from strictly a card advantage perspective. You have Speedroid Wheel, which is 1 card. So if you have 4 cards in your hand, 1 of them is Speedroid Wheel. Now, in order to activate Speedroid Wheel, its cost, which you can see before the semicolon, is to discard 1 card. So just to even activate the card itself, you now need to go -1 in card advantage, okay? Which means that we had 4 cards, and we have now just spent 2 of them activating Speedroid Wheel. which should be fine because technically this will let you summon 2 Speedroid monsters from the deck, presumably, right? We've deck built, right? We're running 2 of everything at least, which means that we will be able to special summon most of the time, probably 2 monsters, right? And yeah, like that could actually be fairly good. The only thing is that the effects are negated. If their effects weren't negated, I would say that Speedroid Wheel is like much better than what I think it is now. Because the thing is, so if you did roll something crazy, like you could roll a Fukumadoshi Piper, which is essentially just Pot of Prosperity, which is actually a banned card in Master Duel, and that would be insanely good. But they're negated. Also, if you could summon into a dice, that means you can start your combos and go crazy. Again, it would be insanely good. But yeah, here's the thing. We can't even gamble for the effects that we want to use from the deck. So they're just bodies on the board. Okay, and then now let's say we have, in our best case scenario, we have 2 cards in our hand now and 2 guys on the board. Well, then now what are we going to do? Okay, like I guess, yeah, we might have link fodder so that at that point, maybe we can start link climbing, but we burnt so many resources. Also, if your opponent has effect failure and they effect fail your rubber band shooter, that really sucks for you. So I guess the safest play would then be to activate your skill, right? So you activate your skill to then send the 2 monsters that you've just summoned off Speedroid Wheel to the graveyard to then summon a clearing from the extra deck. Well, now the thing is, we have no control over what we sent to the graveyard because they're just 2 random cards from our deck. So we might have gone lucky. Sure, we might have gone lucky and gotten a Den Den Daiku Duke and a dice. Crazy, right? Actually insane if we roll a 4. But dude, like realistically, we could get a ton of other cards and like we just burn resources. We could just end up burning our resources. Like one of the biggest problems of Speedroids is that we run out of resources quickly, right? And with decks like Shadal in the meta, we don't want to actually lose our resources too early. And so like my main point about Speedroid Wheel is that if the 2 cards in our hand were shit anyway, we could have just sent them for the skill and not burned random stuff in the deck. Okay? That's my thought. And then that's like another, like, we're just missing places in the deck. Like, we can, instead of running Speedroid Wheel, we're running more tech cards, which will actually do more for the deck. And think about this, right? Let's say, and you've seen me do this. Let's say you draw too many tech cards. Oh, I drew a Forbidden Lance and I drew a Chalice, or I drew a Chalice and a Book of Eclipse. Well, this is a more advantageous position than if you had Speedroid Wheel, because now you can be like, oh, I want to activate my skill now, and I guess I can afford to sacrifice a Forbidden Chalice from the hand. Right? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that makes more sense to me. Like, I'd rather have the option, okay, I have the tech cards, and now if I brick or I want to use my skill here, I can send one of the tech cards to the graveyard, which would have just been the Speedroid Wheel anyway, and then we're fine, right? That's kind of my thought. That's my thought. I would rather run more tech cards to counteract the meta that is hurting me than it is to run a gamble card that doesn't even have a good upside on gambling. I think gambling in this game is not very good. I don't like gamble effects. And I think this is a clear-cut example of people thinking like, oh yeah, even like thinking that it's really strong. And I just haven't seen a use case in which this is actually really, really that powerful as people think it is. And then also, that's, again, don't question the software engineer, bro. You don't have to gas me up like that. But I think it's important. It's an important discussion to have why we are playing Speedroid Wheel, or why we're not playing Speedroid Wheel, because a lot of people play it and I think it's wrong. Cool. All right, now I guess let's go into the next thought process. Okay, why are we running I guess we'll talk about the tech cards before we go to the extra deck. Okay, let's look at the tech cards. Why are we running these? And I have a very specific reasons for running these tech cards, which a lot of people just by default will just throw in what they think are the best staples in the current meta and not actually think about it, and they get cooked. Is limit removal in duels? I think it actually is. Let me check. I think it's called limiter. Yeah, limiter removal. I don't think I own it, but I think it is. Yes, TG limiter removal. Is that what you're talking about? I think you might be talking about the other card that doubles your attack. I don't know. I know the one you're talking about, I think. All right, let's talk about the tech cards, though. So these tech cards are very, very important. Very, very important. Let's look at this. So a lot of people are on Droplet right now. Why am I on Chalice? Okay, well, first of all, if you want the honest answer, yeah, the original one, I know what you're talking about. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Like, I don't know why it's not showing up. It has a specific naming scheme or something, but I know the one you're talking about. It basically doubles your attack, and you can, I guess, OTK better with that. But if you want the honest answer, I actually do not own Forbidden Droplet, but I can acquire. It's not that I don't want to acquire Forbidden Droplet, so don't stop the thought process there. Let's actually think about this. So the thing is, I think a lot of people overhype Droplet because Droplet in a lot of cases is very strong. I think in the cases in which Droplet is stronger than Chalice, it's substantially stronger than Chalice, right? There are like cases where your opponent or even you could just completely win the game off resolving Droplet. And like, yeah, it was just perfect, right? Your opponent has 2 boss monsters. Oh, Droplet. Yep, GG, bro. And it halves their attack permanently. Like, you know, like that's pretty strong. And you also get spell speed for protection, essentially allowing you to, you know, your opponent can't negate it. So Droplet's very good. But why are we running Chalice in this deck? It's important to think about the deck you're playing it in, right? Like I said earlier, we want to get greedy with our card advantage. We're playing 3 Marble Machine to get greedy, okay? Because that's how we win. We synchro climb, right? We go through these crazy combos. Chalice is also a nice out for Underworld Goddess when it comes out. Yes, exactly. And this is my point for Chalice. Kucha Train, exactly. Oh, Droplet's only half attack until the end of the turn. Okay, my bad. I forgot. The thing about Chalice is that it doesn't cost cards to it doesn't cost additional cards to activate it. So for example, Kucha Train brought up Underworld Goddess. Yes, in that situation, if you use Droplet to negate 1 monster, you actually went neg 1 in card advantage for not much benefit. Chalice was actually better. I would have rather played a Chalice and kept a card in my hand than activate a Droplet and discard a card. I mean, even though we want cards in the graveyard, the reality of the situation is we're running plenty of other ways to discard cards from our hand. We don't need another one. Okay? And then also, what is the number 1 deck in this meta? And what is the number 1 out, or what is the number 1 monster that will basically make it so you can no longer play the game? The number 1 card. Yes, we're talking about Concentrated Current. Thank you. Hold on. Concentrating Current. Let's do it. This is the one. This is the one we're talking about. Thank you. Thank you, Colonel. That is the card we're looking for. But, right? The thing about Chalice is that it lets us negate a card. What is the number 1 most oppressive card in this meta? It is Shaddoll Winda. Let's look at Shaddoll Winda. Yeah, there we go. No, it's Shaddoll Winda. Leo's not that bad. It's Shaddoll Winda, dude. Look at this card. Let's actually look at... Oh, wait. I think it's... Yeah, Utopia does that in Book of Eclipse. Okay, no, it looks like Shaddoll Winda is added to the skill. Anyway, Shaddoll Winda basically means that once it's out, you can only special summon once that turn. So, okay, we know that the number 1 card that will end our deck is Shaddoll Winda. Number 1 in 3 games. 1 in 2 games we're facing Shaddoll. Right? So with this in mind, right? With the idea that we're probably going to be negating Winda anyway, why would we want to play Droplet and have to go neg 1 to negate their Winda when we could simply just run Chalice to negate their Winda and do the same thing? That's my thought process, okay? I think that Chalice is conditionally better than Droplet, depending on the meta. And in this meta specifically, there are more cases in which I'm happier with a Chalice than I would be with a Droplet. That's why we're running Chalice. And it's also free to play. Don't even forget about that. Chalice is slept on. Now, let's talk Book of Eclipse. Book of Eclipse is also another card that is very powerful. So this also outs their Winda. And it also just outs more decks. As Moomen said in chat, Utopia pretty much dies to Book of Eclipse. And so there are a lot of other decks that are in the meta right now that lose to Book of Eclipse. So we're kind of like spreading out our cards. Like not even metaphorically, we're literally spreading out our cards and putting our cards into different baskets, right? These, against Shaddoll, Book of Eclipse, or Chalice, it doesn't matter which one we have. They accomplish essentially the same thing, so it's not that big of a deal. But against other decks, you know, it is debatable, right? Like, okay, against Utopia, I probably want Book of Eclipse, right? So that's why we're separating it out, right? We're running 4 cards to out the meta. Those are pretty good. Those are pretty good. We're spreading our cards out. You weren't playing the game when Book of Eclipse released. That's fine. You weren't playing the game when Book of Eclipse was released. That's fine. Let me tell you something crazy. Just play Book of Moon. Yes, Book of Eclipse is in the Super Rare Dream Ticket. I don't know if I would Dream Ticket it, though. If you, like, currently, Colonel, if you're telling me that you don't necessarily have all the cards in your Speedroid deck yet, I would highly recommend ticketing cards for Speedroids. You're going to want to ticket the Kendama, bro. And I'll tell you about it in a sec. I would tell you about this in a second. Actually, okay, so Moonman. Book of Eclipse is very powerful against Shaddoll. I used to think like this too, right? Because a lot of people are like, oh, Book of Eclipse is bad against Shaddoll because Shaddoll has a bunch of flip effects, and that would basically be helping their game plan out, essentially, right? Because that lets them, they can activate their trap card in their graveyard to then just reflip up their cards after you Book of Eclipse them, and then like they get more interaction. Oh, you already pulled Kendama. That's pretty good. But here's the thing. Against Shaddoll, that doesn't matter because you're not Book of Eclipsing them on their turn. You're Book of Eclipsing them on your turn. So it doesn't matter if you, like, half the time, all their monsters that they want face down are going to be face down anyway. And so the only card they're going to have they're going to have like 2 face down monsters and a Winda. So in the case where they have 2 face down monsters and a Winda, activating your Book of Eclipse really doesn't do anything. Yeah, the trap in the graveyard, right? But they're only going to do that. That really only matters if you Book of Eclipse them on their turn, in which I agree with you. In those cases, you don't want to Book of Eclipse them on their turn. But on your turn, which is the time that it matters, which is why we're running Book of Eclipse, right? Because Shaddoll's not gonna, they don't OTK you, right? They grind with you. So you got to make sure that you can play through their grind game, and you can do that with Book of Eclipse. But if you don't have Book of Eclipse, again, because we're only targeting one monster, we only care about the Winda. If you don't have Book of Eclipse, play Book of Moon. Book of Moon is fine. It's just as good in this use case. But when we talk about other cases like Utopia, I mean, Book of Eclipse is a clear-cut upgrade over Book of Moon against Utopia. That is true. So, you know, you kind of just got to do what you got to do. Maybe you run 3 Chalice and 1 Book of Moon if you don't have Book of Eclipse. That's kind of my thought there. All right, let's talk Forbidden Lance. Forbidden Lance is also much better than Cosmic Cyclone and MST in this current meta, especially in this deck. Why is this card better? Because what are the top decks? The top decks that are clapping us are Shaddoll and Utopia. Okay? Shaddoll and Utopia. Think about this for a second. Let's say they activate Shaddoll activates their trap card in their graveyard to target their face-up monster on the field to then flip it face down for whatever reason. Right? Let's say they want to do that. Well, we can negate that with our Lance. Also, don't forget that our Shaddoll players are also running some really shitty back row. So this lets you play reactively. The thing is, the thing about Cosmic Cyclone and MST is that you're essentially gambling. Oh, I think the middle back row is the bad one. And your opponent is doing like fucking mind games and shit where they're like, okay, I'm going to set my best card first because they think that I'm going to set my best card second. And then some weird variation of that of like, oh, I'm going to set my worst card first, my best card in the middle, and then like my last card, my second best card last. You know, it's like some weird mind games, and you never know. Whatever mental gymnastics you do to really say, oh, I'm going to snipe that, you just got lucky. Yes, Lance is also nice to use on hero if they have one hero in the field so they can't super poly. That is exactly my next case. We saw that literally today. We literally saw a player today, a hero player, who for some reason didn't activate didn't set their super poly. Look at that. I'll show the replay right now. But we played around that. As Kuchi Train just said, we preemptively did that. We can literally activate Forbidden Lance on their hero monster during the draw phase, because Forbidden Lance is a quick play, meaning that we will no longer lose to their Super Poly. Okay, let's also talk Utopia. Utopia, what do? They activate Rank Up Magic Numeron's Force and Rank Up Magic Barion's Force. The way those cards work is they target one Xyz monster you control, whatever, and then Xyz summon a monster on top of it. Well, if you Forbidden Lance their Utopia, in response to them activating the Rank Up Magic spell, the Rank Up Magic spell can no longer resolve because it does not affect that monster. So, all in all, Forbidden Lance is actually the best spell and trap card protection that we have right now. Smart hero players will play mind games with you and not set Super Poly, but you have to play as if it's there, 100%. You don't play games of Super Poly. Super Poly in this game, having a searchable Super Poly in this game is very oppressive, and so being able to out it is very important. And so even if you burn a Lance, it's still important to be able to do that. But you're right, some smart hero players will literally they'll brick. Not even brick, they'll just have some other traps in their hand or whatever. Like sometimes they'll set a regular polymerization in hopes that you try to Cosmic Cycle in them. Genuinely, people actually do that. There are actually players out there doing that. So stop playing your Cosmic Cyclone, stop playing your MST, and play Forbidden Lance. Those are the tech cards, all right? I hope that kind of sheds some light on why we're not running Speedroid Wheel and why we're running these specific tech cards, because these aren't just some random piece together tech cards. I genuinely put a lot of thought into which ones we're playing against the current meta. Okay? Yeah, dude, I hate when hero players do that too. All right, let's talk about the yeah, they genuinely do. They actually do, which is crazy. All right, now let's actually talk about the extra deck, okay? Because this is controversial. I have a very controversial extra deck, but, I think this is correct, okay? I think this is correct, and I will only tell you there's no flex spots. That's the cringe part. There are cards that I want, but there are no flex spots for what we have. Let's go over it. High Speedroid Clearing Rider. So this is the card that basically solves a lot of your deck's problems. So what are our problems? Our problems are we synchro spam and we run out of fuel. Well, when we run out of fuel, we can... Yo, what's up, Zek? The problem is when we synchro combo and run out of fuel, we can't grind game against Shaddoll. We can't grind with Shaddoll. We can't grind with some of the other decks in the meta, like Predaplan or something. So we need a card to recycle our resources. So I've thought about this in the main deck. I've genuinely thought of this. I have not actually done this yet, but I've thought about running Pot of Avarice just at 1 or 2 or something. Like maybe this is actually some sauce, but I don't know if this is the time to test it. Maybe it is. We might experiment with Pot of Avarice. This is a genuine card that I'm thinking about experimenting with. But in any case, our current setup of the situation, in our current setup, the only card that we can reuse our grave is the only card that we have to recycle our graveyard is High Speedroid Clearing Rider. You can, during your main phase, you can roll a dice. So this is a little bit gambly, but it's fine. And then for each one of those, for each number that you got, you can return cards from your graveyard back to the deck and or extra deck, depending on what you're sending. And then just non-target destroy that many cards on the field. So that's really good. Really strong. Also, as another play, you can actually go into this, use its recycle ability turn 1, right? And then during your opponent's turn, it has a quick effect. During their main phase, you contribute High Speedroid Clearing Rider to special summon 2 Wind Synchro monsters from your extra deck with different names. Meaning, we're summoning out Clearing Fast Dragon and Clearing Synchro Dragon. So this essentially is 2 boss monsters on 1 body, plus it allows you to recycle your monsters. So it's really powerful, and it can often win you the game up front. Also, this destroys Shaddoll. And I'll show gameplay. I have video evidence of me multiple times in a row. Actually, I'm gonna plug this literally right now. Go watch my latest video if you haven't already. We clap a YouTuber with 3 times my subscribers. He was dual level 19 on his rank up game playing Shaddoll, and we were gonna clap him with Clearwing Rider. It was actually insane. He surrendered before we could. But in any case, that's what we were gonna do. So I essentially, all that to say, I think we need this card. It solves a critical error in the deck or a critical weakness in the deck, and it is just really good. Also, it gains 500 attack for each monster, or for each card shuffled, for each card destroyed by its effect, meaning if you roll a 1 out of 6, you have lethal damage on 1 card. So it's really powerful. Next, running Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. This is the new boss monster, and I'm really happy this is in Duel Links because in the TCG, yeah, actually that was fucking hilarious, dude. Actually a W, genuinely a W. In the TCG, Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon released with Baronne de Fleur in the same set. So this was a card that got completely slept on because there's just a better level 10 win synchro in the game, which was Baronne de Fleur, and so this never saw play. Everyone's like, this card is actually garbage because Baronne is more generic, easier to summon, and has a better effect. I don't know what Konami was thinking, but we don't have Baronne de Fleur. We only have this, and this is very, very good in Duel Links, so I'm very happy that we have it. Let's go over the effect. So, this lets you activate your skill, right? Let's look at the skill. If you're going first and you control level 10 monster, then you get to search any Speedroid card or Speed Recovery from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Also, if you're going second, you just get to spam the graveyard with a bunch of Speedroid cards. So, like, this is really good. All that to say, this is really good. Also, it has 2 different effects, similar to the way Clearwing Synchro Dragon works. That being, one, it has a monster protection effect. So let's say your opponent were to activate a monster effect that would in some way interact with your Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Well, in response to that, as a quick effect, you can, until the end of this turn, gain attack equal to the monster activating its effect and then become immune to all other monster effects, not just the one that activated, all other monster effects for the rest of the turn. Meaning, you can, if you play this right, you can either bait your opponent out because they don't read cards, or you can also specifically activate this when your opponent activates a monster with very high attack, just to get a giant body and then like get monster effect immunity. It's really good. And then it is also a spell and trap negate on top of all of that, which is very powerful because, again, we're facing off against Shaddoll. Negate their Shaddoll fusion, bro. You're facing off against Utopia. Negate the rank up spell, bro. Like, you know, you need this card. Your deck pretty much requires this, and so that's that. Next, we have Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. This is the bread and butter of the deck. This is actually the best boss monster. Arguably, I mean, like, in this meta right now, maybe it's crystal clear, but this is one of the best boss monsters in the deck. If it fights for the top place, so it's just like unconditionally a monster negate. That's it. Quick effect monster negate. Also, if it destroyed a monster on the field, it gains attack equal to that monster's original attack until the end of the turn, basically becoming a giant beat stick. And if that wasn't enough, if you attack a level 5 or higher monster, if it battles a level 5 or higher monster, it gains attack equal to that monster's attack, meaning that you're guaranteed going to be dealing 3,000 damage minimum to their face with Crystal Clearwing. I mean, with Crystal Wing. That's really good. A lot of time, people still don't read that effect, and they lose to it all the time. People are garbage. Next, we're running High Speedroid Kite Drake. Kite Drake is an interesting one, because I see a lot of people sleeping on Kite Drake. Let's go through this. A lot of people would say, you wish it was level or rank 5. Yeah, you know, Crystal Wing doesn't work against Xyz or Link monsters, but you know, it's fine, dude. Like, I understand what you're saying. I think it would have been cool if it just did it for every monster, but it's still really strong. So a lot of people would say that Kite Drake is redundant, right? Why are we running Kite Drake over Clearwing, or why are we running Kite Drake with Clearwing Rider? Well, Blue Eyes players swing into Crystal Wing with Twin Burst and die all the time. Yeah, they actually do that all the time. It's so funny. It's actually hilarious. So why would we run Kite Drake with Clearwing Rider? They do the same thing, right? Essentially, they just blow up the field and you win the game. Well, actually, I'm going to pull that well actually card. Actually, they don't. So the thing about Clearwing Rider is that it's not a trigger effect. Now, what is a trigger effect? I'm going to give you some Yu-Gi-Oh lesson. I'm your teacher and class is in session. A trigger effect in Yu-Gi-Oh is an effect that activates, let me give you the actual like wiki definition of this because it's important for you to understand the difference between a trigger effect and an ignition effect, okay? All right, let's go over this. So, a trigger effect is an effect that occurs on a condition of something occurring. What the hell does that mean? What that means is, if you see this right here, if this card is synchro summoned with a colon, that is a condition that is occurring, okay? We will then activate a trigger effect. Do one of these things. Make sense? An ignition effect is an effect that you can activate only during your main phase as spell speed 1. Once per turn during your main phase. Okay? Again, both of those are different than a quick effect. A quick effect can be activated at pretty much any time, right? There's no condition. It's just quick effect. Like, for example, clearing Fast Dragon as a quick effect. I guess this assumes that your opponent has a monster special summon from the extra deck, but assuming that condition is met, you can just negate them and make their attack 0, right? So that's not an ignition or a trigger effect. But Kite Drake activates its effect when it's summoned. Clearwing Rider activates its effect during your main phase. The reason why that is important is because Kite Drake starts a chain link. So the summon of Kite Drake, if that goes through, right, your opponent doesn't negate your summon, its effect will activate to then either destroy all cards on the field or negate all face-up cards on the field. Quick effects work during the damage step. So that's actually really complicated. So the only card they get wow, we're really getting into the weeds of Yu-Gi-Oh right now. So from my understanding, I'm not necessarily a major pro, right? But my understanding of quick effects working during the damage step is if they specifically modulate attack. For example, Forbidden Chalice works during the damage step. This is crazy. This is another reason why Chalice is so fucking good, because what Chalice does, it does negate its effects, right? But really, the way Yu-Gi-Oh sees this card is that this is an attack modulation effect. So yes, this is a quick play, a quick effect, but because we're specifically modifying an attack value, we can activate this during the damage step, because the damage, that's relevant for the damage step, right? Obviously, right as we were about to do like damage calculation, we should activate all effects, or there should be a window for cards that modulate attacks, attack and defense values to go off. Yes, so Utopia Ray also works during the damage step because they made it half attack for some reason, for the same reason. Yes, they made it half the attack for the same reason. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So Yu-Gi-Oh just thinks like that. So if it's an attack modulation effect, then it can work during the damage step. Otherwise, it will not work during the damage step. That's really good to know. I guess continuing the train of thought about trigger effects, this means that if you get into a board state, right, where you need to just like synchro summon and blow up the board, and you don't want your opponent to be able to react to the synchro summon of your monster, then you have to Kite Drake. Does that make sense? Because otherwise, for some reason, the reason was probably so it could be used during the damage step. Yeah, that's also true. That is actually probably true. That is probably true. I imagine Konami does think through their card design. Okay, Danu Gray, how do you feel about the extra deck? I've been bouncing between the extra clear wing and Hagoida instead of the level 6. Okay, we're gonna go into this. We're taking this a little slow because I know I have a controversial extra deck, but I do want to, I'm going through my thought process here so we can so I can paint the bigger picture. Okay, I can paint the bigger picture because all of these small design choices, like why we're running Kite Drake, affects whether we run Hagoida or another Clearwing. It does. It does. And so we're running Kite Drake because there are those times where we need to just be able to blow up the field or negate the board broadly on summon without having your opponent respond to it. Okay? The thing is, you could summon your Clearing Rider. Let's just say they activate, something like to pop you. Oh. So on summon of Clearing Rider, nothing occurs. Your opponent responds to this summon and says, yeah, Raigeki break, dude. I haven't even seen that card resolve in years, but they could Raigeki break your Clearing Rider, and now you thought was going to be a Giga Chad play and blow up the field is now resorted to nothing. It's garbage. This is sent to the graveyard. You suck. Okay? That's why. And then also, Kite Drake also has a crazy effect to then, if it's sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card, it floats into a Speedroid monster from your deck. So, it's insanely good. And also, the third reason why we're running Kite Drake is because there are times where we want to synchro climb up into our high Speedroid Clearing Rider, and we don't want to have to burn our Crystal Wing in the synchro climb. That would suck so much ass if you're going to go into a level 8 synchro and then use, let's say, Card Turbo, for example, to then summon Clearing Rider. It would suck if you had to get rid of your Crystal Wing just so you could summon Clearing Rider. That would suck. A better effect is, well, let's ladder up into Kite Drake, right? Negate the board or blow up the field, right? And then go into Clearing Rider. That's kind of the thought process behind Kite Drake. Clearing Fast Dragon, again, we're running this card specifically because of Clearing Rider, but also Fast Dragon's insanely good because while you're climbing up into your synchro plays, you can target your opponent's monster and make their attack 0, right? So let's say you're climbing into your Crystal Clearing Synchro Dragon, and your opponent controls, let's say, a Rainbow Neos. Then what you can do is target their Rainbow Neos. You could summon out your Clearing Fast Dragon, target their Rainbow Neos, make their attack 0, then go into your Crystal Clearing Synchro Dragon and go crazy. Essentially, you negated them, made their attack 0, and opened yourself up for lethal damage. That's why we need the Clearing Fast. Clearing Synchro Dragon. We need this card because our skill relies on it. Well spoken. A subscribe is deserved. You heard it from Colonel himself. If you agree, you must subscribe right now. We're running Clearwing Synchro Dragon because it's required for the skill, and it's also probably just the best level 7 synchro in the game. I mean, Clearing Fast is pretty good, but Clearing Synchro Dragon is a really solid card. So we need it for the skill, and we also, yeah. Anyway. We need it for the skill, and it's also just a good card. Let's cover Kendama last. Okay, we're running Cork Shooter because it's required for pretty much making any major play in the deck. This is the card that's going to start generating the most advantage, right? Because on summon you can special summon the materials. On summon you can search for duplicate. It's insanely good. Right? And then that will let you go into your Crystal Clearing Synchro Dragon, which lets you activate your skill and yada, 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 yada. You need this card, okay? Then we run Rubber Band Shooter. Now, this took a lot of thought into why we run Rubber Band Shooter. Because in the TCG, Rubber Band Shooter is obviously one of the most crucial game pieces, but here's the thing. Okay, and I'm gonna put you guys on some legitimate sauce right now. I'm telling you some legitimate sauce. So the thing about Rubber Band Shooter is that it can never be your main game plan because of two crucial reasons. One, because one of its effects is a gamble effect, okay? Which I've already said before is not very good when you're looking for a hyper consistent strategy, okay? And then the second reason is that it lets you, it gives you an additional normal summon, which is good. But if your game plan relies on Rubber Band Shooter's normal summon going off, well, then if your opponent has an effect failure, guess what, buddy? You're cooked. You put yourself in a situation where you're so vulnerable. You need this normal summon to resolve. All they got to do is drop an effect failure, and you lose your search and you lose your normal summon, dude. That's actually awful. That's so bad for you. So Speedroid Rubber Band Shooter can never be your main game plan. So, with all that out of the way, why is it in the deck? Well, because if you've read its effects, it's really fucking good. Okay, but giving yourself an extra normal summon is ridiculously powerful. Second of all, the gamble effect can actually be like mitigated by running Kendama. And so this is why we run Kendama, because Kendama will let you get the best possible answers to everything you need in the moment. Okay, let's talk about that. What does that even mean? So Rubber Band Shooter lets you banish Kendama from the extra deck, allowing you to basically add 2 level 3s or a level 4 and a level 2. So I'm not going to lie to you, you probably do not want to do double yo-yo and marble machine unless you are gambling, which there are going to be times where you gamble, but like I said, try to limit those. Gambling is not very good. Don't gamble. Kids, don't gamble. But let's look at the other options. The other options are Denden Daiko Duke, Takatomborg, and Car Turbo, and Ultra Hound. So let's think about this. You obviously want to select Denden Daiko Duke, because really, it doesn't matter if this card is sent to the grave or it's in your hand. Think about this, right? Because odds are you're going to activate Rubber Band Shooter to send, you know, Daiko Duke in another level 3 before you've activated your skill to summon Clearwing. Meaning that if this is sent to the graveyard and you get the other level 3, well, hey, you just did pretty good, because Denden Daiko Duke's out in the grave and it's live and lets you do whatever it does. If Denden Daiko Duke gets added to your hand, well, that doesn't really matter, because you can just send it to the graveyard with your busted Glue Eater skill anyway. So it doesn't matter, right? The whole point of going into Rubber Band Shooter is getting Denden Daiko Duke in the graveyard. So that's pretty good. But what else? Well, the thing is, on top of that, we can actually, so if that's our worst case scenario, right? Our worst case scenario is getting a live Denden Daiko Duke, which is actually really, really good. Like, getting a live Denden Daiko Duke is like better than anything you could probably ask for. But then on top of that, we can gamble. And this is where I think gambling is good. When your worst gambling effect, when the worst outcome of your gamble is still insanely good, then it's okay to try to get lucky. Right? It's okay. Like, let's say you wanted Car Turbo. Like, let's just say, right? Oh, if I get Car Turbo in my hand, well, then that gives me another free special summon. If it gets sent to the graveyard, well, then all my guys get boosted by 800 attack until the end of the turn. Okay. Okay, yeah, that doesn't matter. Yeah, sure. Dude, I'll gamble. Denden Daiko Duke in the hand, Car Turbo in the grave? Fine. My guys get boosted attack, I send the Duke to the grave anyway, and I keep playing. I get the Car Turbo in my hand and the Duke in the grave. Well, guess what? I get to keep special summoning. I get to keep going crazy. Same thing can be said about Takatomborg. Same thing can be said about Ultra Hound. That's just facts. That's actual genuine facts, okay? That is why we run Kendama. Kendama allows us to make a good, insanely good gamble off of Rubber Band Shooter. That's the reality. Otherwise, people are running 2 Clearwing Synchro Dragons, banishing one of the Clearwing Synchro Dragons, sending a Denden Daiko Duke with what? Oh, with what? What are we sending? Fukumadoshi Piper and double yo-yo? That's awful, dude. Like, the thing is, if you do that, then, like, yeah, if your double yo-yo gets sent to the graveyard, this has no effect in the graveyard. It's actually just bad to have this in your graveyard. And so you kind of lost that. Okay, and then Fukumadoshi Piper, again, it doesn't really have a good graveyard effect. Like, it doesn't really do much in the graveyard. So, like, yeah. Just like, you don't want to banish a 7. Just summon good synchro monster is nice. Speedroids need a way to do Excel Synchro. Yeah, I mean, this is an Excel Synchro. It is. Cork Shooter and Clearwing equal crystal clearing, which is an XL synchro. It is an XL synchro. So, all that to say, why are we not running Hagoita, which if you look a couple years ago, I said was the best Speedroid card to have in your deck? Why are we not running Hagoita? Why are we not running another Clearwing? Well. It's because we just don't have enough space. That's the genuine reason. If you want the honest answer, we just don't have enough space. Like, honestly, all those cards are really good. And there are times in which I'm like, oh, I really wish that I had Hagoita right now. There are times. But there are more cases in which I am happy that I have the rubber band shooter as an extender to my plays than I am upset that I don't have Hagoita. We're just choosing, we're picking the lesser of two evils here, the one that hurts the least. That's why we do it. That's why. I hope that answered your guys' questions. I was like, I hope that was like a thorough explanation to this deck list. Because, like I was saying, I think a lot of people just go on Duel Links meta, they net deck, and then they don't actually think about the exact design choices behind it, right? So you should use Cosmic Cyclone against Floodgates, so I would agree with you. But I think you came in a little bit later. We talked about why Forbidden Lance is better. So I'm gonna convert this VOD into a Speedroid advanced guide, and so definitely check that out, and you can learn about some of the other things going on here. Cool. Well, I mean, that kind of leaves us a couple things that we can do right now. All right. We can test out our Pot of Avarice, because I do kind of want to test that. I'm curious. Although I am concerned that this would just be another brick. But I guess you can't really brick off the skill. I think we try it. I think the cards we take out if we were trying it would be this. This is what I would feel comfortable doing. I don't know if this is 100% accurate yet, but we're going to test it, all right? We're going to test it. We're going to test it. Oh, also, there is a world where you run 2 Crystal Clearing Synchro Dragons, but we just don't have enough space. We just simply don't have enough space, but we could summon up to 2 in a single turn. Let's go crazy. Go first. Battle Chronicle. All right, so looking at the state of the situation, we're going to start by activating Win the Wind Channeler. Win the Wind Channeler, sending our Speedroid Takaton board to the graveyard. So I'm going to go over the thought process here. This is why Win is good, okay? Terratop on summon is going to search for the next piece of your combo. The most important piece of your combo... did the event end where you get gems for 7 duels in the KC Cup? We're currently getting more gems right now. There's part two. Okay, so then we're going to search for the Takaton board, because that's the next most important piece, right? And this is where you bait out your opponent's disruptions, okay? So we're going to special summon our Takaton board. They don't have any disruptions, so we're good. And so we're going to Takaton board into our Red-Eyed Dice. This is very good for us, because Dice on Summon will let us change our Speedroid Terratop into level 2, allowing us to then summon out our high Speedroid Court Shooter. Okay? Now, this is the moment where you think, am I going to be able to Link Summon? Do I have extenders in my hand that will allow me to Link Summon, because I want to do that? And then the second thought is, if I do want to Link Summon, will it be beneficial? So the answer is yes, it will be beneficial to link summon. So on the summon of our cork shooter, we're going to special summon out the materials. Now, why did I say we should think about whether we want to link summon? Because if we're going to link summon, we do not want to place something into our extra monster zone here. If we do that, we're cooked. Genuinely cooked. And so this is the point in the combo where you could, if your opponent controlled an extra deck monster, you could go into clearing Fast Dragon here and make their attack 0. But because we don't have that, we're just going to go into our clearing Synchro Dragon. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? We're going to play the Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon into the middle monster zone. We're going to play our Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon in our main monster zone and not our extra monster zone because we intend on link summoning. It would be really cringe if we did everything up until this point just to have to tribute our monster, our Crystal Clearwing, to link summon. That would be cringe. We wouldn't do that. We would just end our turn with a less suboptimal board. Okay? So we're going to summon out our Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Next, we're going to activate the skill. We get to freely add any card from our deck to our hand. Okay? What are we going to add? Well, we want to add the... Well, this is where we can get kind of crazy. We could just add the Den and Daikaduke, but we have an extender. This is the point where you're like, okay, am I going to go into the link? If I'm going to go into the link, you want to search something pretty crazy, right? At this point, we could search like a... We're going to get another normal summon, so we want another normal summonable card, I guess. So we want to go into actually we want to go into like Marble Machine. Because we still haven't normal summoned yet. What's crazy about this is we still have yet to normal summon, so we're actually just insane here. Okay, we're going to normal summon our double yo-yo. Our double yo-yo on summon will special summon something from the graveyard. It doesn't really matter. And then this is where we can link off into our rubber band shooter. And this is kind of what I'm talking about here. Now it doesn't really matter. So we can banish one Wind Synchro monster from our extra deck. Right? We're going to banish our Kendama. So we're guaranteed going to get something good. We're either going to get the Den Daikaduke or we're going to get the card turbo. Either case is good. Right? Either case is good. If we get the card turbo in our hand, it's fine. But yeah, see, this isn't even bad. This actually is not even bad. We're now going to activate our Speedroid Rubber Band Shooter. We're then going to normal summon out our Speedroid Marble Machine. Marble Machine on summon will then let us search our deck for a card that we want. Well, you know, for our next turn, we probably actually want Yo-Yo for follow-up. So we're going to pick the Yo-Yo, right? That seems pretty good if you ask me. We're then going to activate our skill. We're going to get Skillin'. Sending the Den and Daikaduke from our hand and anything from our field to the graveyard. Again, if you're facing Utopia, we'd want to get rid of the Rubber Band Shooter here. And we're going to go into our Clearwing Synchro Dragon. And then this is where we go even crazier, right? If we had 2 Crystal Clears in our extra deck, we could summon out our Cork Shooter. But because we don't, we're actually just going to summon out Dice here, getting a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So this is like the general play that you're going to want to do. And you can branch off at various different times, right? So like we didn't have to link summon here. That's why I said earlier in the combo, okay, can we link summon? The answer was yes, and it actually was beneficial because we were able to go +1 and actually get a double yo-yo for next turn. Also, we had potentials for gambling to get the card turbo in our hand, which could have also potentially been better, right? So, you know, there were other avenues in which we could go down. But, like, even otherwise, we didn't have to go into Rubber Band Shooter, and we still would have ended with Crystal Wing and Crystal Clearwing, right? So, that's kind of the thought process. Like, we were trying to, like, you know, hedge our board. We might have been able to come out slightly more on top, but that's just what it is. Okay, so we're going to activate... This is going to... What does this do? Banish this, is it? Banishes this? Yeah, that's fine. Activating the skill, searching our ultimate fusion, which we're guaranteed going to negate. Does this... Is this... Can we negate this? Yeah, we can negate that. So that's the thing we're going to negate. Oh, shit. So now we actually have to negate this. That's hella ass. And so the rest of the game is just sequencing, right? Now it's just like, okay, now we have our cards out. How do we interact with our opponent? So yeah, they are going to get the ultimate fusion out, which just kind of sucks. Like, honestly, we could have actually activated our Speedroid duplicate in response to their Dragon Spirit of White. I guess that would have been good. But their Dragon Spirit of White could also just like activate itself and tribute it to then get a stronger card. Anyway. Oh shit. This is crazy. We're actually gonna lose because we played into the rubber band shooter. We're actually gonna lose because we played into that. That's why I said against Utopia we would not want to play that, right? Because they can just like instantly lethal you. And so I guess Battle Chronicle can do that, and I'm just hella cringe. That's the case, and we're just cringe. But I'm teaching you the thought process, right? We're right now, I'm actually, funny enough, I'm like less focused on the grind and more focused on teaching you how to be the best Speedroid player you possibly can. All right, and we're facing off against another Speedroid player. All right. So exactly, he's activating Speedroid Wheel. Okay, he's gonna get Marble Machine and Dice. I guess this is probably the best thing he could have done. But here's the other issue. So he could summon out his what's it called, his Cork Shooter here, right? He might do that. No, he's gonna Link Summon. What? So now if he's putting all of his cards into the fact that he's gonna Link Summon, and if I had Effect Failure here, he's cooked. That would suck ass, dude. If I had Effect Failure right now, bro, he'd be cooked. Look at this. He's banishing a level 7. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I guess. Let's hope he gets the double yo-yo. But he didn't get the double yo-yo, so he gambled. So I guess it'll be fine. Because now we can normal summon his Terratop. But now we're in, like, a weird-ass situation. Because now we're normal summoning Terratop. Okay, Terratop can do something, I guess. So we'll go into Takatomborg. Okay, so that was, like, a really clunky way of getting to this board state, right? That was really clunky because we wanted Terratop and Takatomborg, and that was all over the place, right? Like we burnt a Clearing Fast Dragon, we burnt our Rubber Band Shooter, and we had a critical choke point in which if the opponent, had Effect Failure, they were not going to get this board state, right? So now they can sequence their cards correctly enough, I guess, to get the board set they want, which is Cork Shooter into the materials, into Crystal Clear, into skill, into keep going, right? But this was just a really clunky way of getting there. Yeah. I guess he's gonna go into Hagoida. Yeah, so I mean, this we're just seeing it firsthand right now. You're seeing it firsthand. This guy has his deck off Duel Links meta, and he's running these other cards. He's running Hagoida, which Hagoida is a good card, right? So I guess this is good. And I understand this thought process too, right? Because you can activate your skill, send the Hagoida. Hagoida will then activate, special summon here, right? This is a pretty good interaction. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then you can get a Crystal Wing here. That's pretty good. This is good. But we're actually going to choose Crystal Clearing, which makes sense. So yeah, and then we also, like, I guess heavily relied on the fact we had speed or card, but whatever. I mean, it's fine. We're here. Using our skill to get duplicate. So he's going to finish on Crystal Clear with a Crystal Wing and a duplicate. This is a good board. It's a good board. With potentially another back row. Let's hope we get something good. We got something insanely freaking good, dude. Okay. So we're going to start off our turn by activating our skill. We already have an inherent advantage because we freely get to search the Terror Top. And we get to load up our grades. So here's the other thing. Here's the other thing we got to, like, think about here. So at what point do we want to use our tech cards? Do we want to use them right now? So we could activate a tech card. Or we could just attempt to bait them. Honestly, the bait doesn't seem that bad. We're gonna Terror Top into a bait. We want him to negate this. We want him to negate this. This is the thought. He knows that this is the strongest card in the deck and that he technically should negate this, but he also knows that because I'm doing this, I'm probably gonna bait him. So really, it doesn't matter either way. I just, like, honestly, I don't really care what he does. He'll do whatever he does. So yeah, he's just gonna decide to let us search Takatomborg. So, like, I guess, bro. We're now going to freely special summon Takatomborg. Is there a reason you wouldn't always send Rubber Band Shooter for skill if it's out? Struggling to learn the line. So you do want to send it while it's out. I think you do. There's a lot of times where you lose from that. But there are other times in which you want to send just other cards. Like in the last time, I just had a lower attack monster out on the field that I need to send. Because I was being cringe and I just wasn't thinking, like, oh, I don't think this guy can literally one-shot us. But he could. He could one-shot us, and we got. So here's the thing, and I'm going to show you guys some, like, crazy plays right now. So he's not going to negate this. I have high expectations he will not negate this. What crazy person would negate this? What crazy person would negate that? Right? This is where we activate our skill. We're going to get skillin' right now. We're going to get skillin'. We're going to get skillin' because they can't respond to this. They genuinely cannot respond to this. So therefore, we're going to get a threat on the board out right now. So now they have a threat. Now we have a threat. Now we're going to go into this card because they could not respond to that. So now we're going to go into Cork Shooter. Now, then this is a card they know they should negate, but we now have inherent protection that was unresponsive. They couldn't respond to our summon of Clearwing, right? And so they have to, like, they misplayed. They should have used their negate earlier to prevent this situation from occurring, but they didn't. Now they have to activate their Clear Wing, their Crystal Wing, in which we're just gonna negate them because they're ass. Actually garbage, dude. We're completely outplayed. Oh, what's he gonna do? Oh, now he's gonna activate his Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon? Yeah, dude. What an actual joke, dude. That's fine, dude. Gain your attack. Just gain your attack, bro. I actually don't care. Duplicate. Okay, what are you gonna duplicate now? This is the crazy thing. And so this is, and I'm showing you guys firsthand why this is, like, insanely good. We're running Lance. What did I say, bro? Against this meta, I'm telling you, listen to me, bro. Actually listen to me. Actually listen to me, because look at this. We're then gonna challenge him and win this fucking interaction. I'm so much better than this fucking guy, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Oh my god, a second duplicate. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Holy shit, I was not expecting a second duplicate. Holy fucking shit, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was genuinely not expecting that to occur. Like, straight up, I just wasn't expecting that. Like, hey, man, props on you, bro, for actually being, like, pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anyway, this is a hard once per turn. Yeah, a second duplicate was, like, really crazy. I was not expecting that, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, so we still just, like, inherently win. We still inherently win, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Look at this. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna synchro into our clearing fast dragon, target his monster, target his crystal clearing synchro dragon, make his attack 0, and then fucking one-shot him. We're gonna fucking one-shot him, dude. What did I say, bro? Oh my god. If anything, all right, this is guaranteed gonna be the replay in the advanced guide. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Because you get to see firsthand right now, you get to see firsthand my design choices in the deck. Why did I pick the certain tech cards that I did? Okay, why did I pick Lance? Why did I pick Chalice, dude? Chalice was better. Chalice was better than Droplet in this situation. Debatably, actually. Whatever, dude. You get the idea. You get the idea, man. You guys get it, dude. Yeah, so duplicate's also a level up reward from Rin. I only have one because I only grinded for one. But it is also a level up reward from Rin. Yeah. That's actually insanely crazy, dude. That's so funny. I mean, we completely outplayed them at every single given moment. So it's kind of that, bro. That's kind of that. We're currently ranked 61 in our region. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I have school in the morning and I got to go to bed. But I'm gaming for you. I need all 22 of you guys right now to subscribe. Oh, dude, we're facing another mirror match. Oh, shit. And we're going first. So I will continue to show you why you should listen to me. Oh, by the way, we're testing out the Pot of Avarice. This is not typical, and it actually bit us in the ass so fucking hard right now. Okay, we're going to start off our turn by normal summoning Marble Machine. Marble Machine on summon is going to search our deck for something. What are we searching here? What do we search here? So we do... All right, here's what we do. We're going to go a little off. We're going to go a little crazy. We're going to go a little crazy, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. We're going like really off script. So they actually have an effect failure. If they negate this fucking Takatomborg with a... What does this do? So I'm pretty sure, call me actually garbage in this game, I'm pretty sure Takatomborg is only negated while it's on the field. But, dude, I'm pretty sure that's the case. I'm pretty sure you cannot effect failure Takatomborg, but if you can, I'm actually bad at the game. We're gambling. We're gambling! I'm actually ass. I'm actually so garbage at this game. Like, never again listen to me. That's so fucking funny, dude. I got greedy for absolutely no reason. I went neg 1 in card advantage, and I'm actually just gonna cry now. Yeah, so about that, I just like cry and end my turn. I was trying to get too high IQ right there, when in reality, I just had to like shut the fuck up, sit my ass down, and just accept defeat, dude. That's what I had to do in that moment. That's what I genuinely had to do. And I'm hella ass. Okay? I'm just hella ass. Mind Control is an interesting tech. That actually like really does... That's like really good for him. This is where we Book of Eclipse. They can still skill. Oh, that's hella ass, dude. I'm hella ass. I'm hella ass. I didn't realize that's how the interaction worked. Dude, I'm getting tired, bro. You guys can see it. You guys can tell in my gameplay that I'm getting tired. It's like 1:30. I got like not enough sleep last night. I grinded work all day. Then I grinded school. And then I've been grinding this. All right, guys. Like, you guys got to cut me some slack here. I'm getting tired. And I got to go to bed. I think before we lose any more, I gotta call the stream off. But I think we got enough. I think we learned a lot here. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. Did you guys learn a lot about Speedroids? Let me know if you learned something. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. It's always good to hear, man. It's always good to hear people learning. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hella tired though. You guys are actually the best for sticking around. You guys are actually the best for sticking around. And I enjoy every single one of you guys. It's cool to see recurring people too. I recognize you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got a nice little community here. And with how infrequently I upload, I'm happy that you guys, you know, stick around, decide to come through. Definitely learned a lot. You've got good ideas since Tachyon meta. Yeah, I mean, dude, all the way back to the Tachyon meta, bro. Dude, I was going crazy with Speedroids in the Tachyon meta. I'll play Speedroids if they're meta or not. I'll play Speedroids in a tier 0 format, dude. Like, I will give you guys the content. Nobody was on Hagoita during the Tachyon meta. Nobody was on that shit, and that actually was an insanely good out to Tachyon. So this like weird ass, like, you know, random ass card, right? Because Hagoita lets you increase your opponent's monsters, increase all monsters on the field's level by 1. Meaning that, like, that's actually insanely good against Tachyon and any Exceed strategy that relies on their levels. And even still today, you can do that. The only difference is, like, you know, a lot of time people are running more links in their decks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like a thing going on. But you know, it's still a good idea, right? And it's good to think outside the box. That's how you're gonna do well. That's how you're gonna do well. By the way, I've already realized we're cutting Pot of Avarice. Yeah, exactly. You'd increase their level to 9, and then you completely brick their board, right? And then all their guys are super high level, and then your Crystal Wing can just walk over them and clap them. Yeah, dude. And that's when we got KC top 10,000 in a tier 0 meta. That's how we did it, bro. We got a paper trail, bro. Just if you're interested, you can definitely see the evolution of Speedroids, right? And the thing is, and I encourage you to do this actually. If you genuinely want to get good at Speedroids, I encourage you to look back at how this deck used to play. Go back to my older videos. Go back. Understand what was going on back then, because that will help you think differently. If you guys are struggling on your combo lines, right? That's because there's like some layer of understanding that you're missing. And it's not just like, this isn't the deck. This is the type of deck where you can like watch one video and be like, okay, I learned the lines, right? I showed you guys the general line that we do, right? But it's important to look at the nuances of the combo line that you're doing, right? And if you look at a previous video that has a completely different card list, right? A completely different meta and a completely different era in the game, it will still have the same cards. And those cards will interact in different ways you haven't thought about before. And that is what's crazy. Is then once you see those, then you're like, oh shit, I might be able to do something like that in this deck list now in this meta. And so it's almost like, you know, you're building you have these blocks of understanding, right? And so And that's what it takes in like these like really heavy combo strategies. It takes being able to do that and like have those fundamental blocks over time, and that helps you innovate too, right? You can come up with newer ideas that people might not be on right now. So that's kind of my thought. That's kind of what I encourage you guys to do that. You know, it's one of those things, right? Like I played Speedroids in the TCG. I played Speedroid Cashier. I played Speedroid, a lot of different variations of this over the last like 10 plus years. Okay, so that's kind of where I have my building blocks from, and I played it from the scratch in Duel Links ever since the start. So, you know, if you're struggling with your combo line, just watch the older videos, right? I'm not one of those YouTubers that like just ditches a deck after playing it, right? On this channel, you're probably going to see stuff like the decks. I'm not going to lie to you. Like the decks I heavily invest in are Phantom Knights, Speedroids, Dragon Link. That's kind of where most of my stuff is at. But, you know, I still have things like Orchist. I still have like, and I'll cook with that, right? Like, and I'll cook with those too. But those are the types of decks you can start expecting on this channel. And I'll kind of like let you guys know over time. You'll just see the different videos, right? I'm just like overly excited about Speedroids right now because we just got all this good support. But you know, I do have plans on yeah, Cashier is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like Cashier, I used to hate them too. That word boils your blood. Yeah, I used to hate Cashier as well. But they've grown on me. I'm not gonna lie to you. They've grown on me. Like at this point, the TCG and OCG are so far out from like Cashier being what's currently the best thing in the meta that like yeah, it's like Cashier's a rogue strategy now. yeah. Speedroids are flexible. They allow critical thinking and problem solving, and that's why there's such a fun deck. Me too. Like that's actually genuinely why I like this deck, because it's so non-linear, it's so combo heavy, and you can genuinely tell when someone is better at piloting the deck. I'm so sorry for you, Colonel, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm so sorry for you, bro. Yeah, Speedroids, you can definitely tell. To your point, Kuro, like you can definitely tell when someone's a better Speedroid player than another person. And I'm not trying to hate on anybody. I'm not trying to like boost myself up. There are definitely people that are better at piloting Speedroids than I am. I just happen to have a YouTube platform, and that happens to be my favorite deck. So I'm not saying that I'm the best pilot. I'm saying that there are even times where I face someone who's playing Speedroids, and I'm like, oh shit, that person is better than me. And then like when I enter those moments, I think, what were they doing that I didn't think of? And those are good times too. So yeah, it's a good deck. It's a good deck. Before we finish the stream, I have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonanza pack, which happens to be the best pack in that I've ever opened. Like, I love this set. I love this set. It's discontinued now. I have a box that my girlfriend got me for my birthday, and so that's really hype. Now, this is where we pull a quarter century secret rare Blue Eyes White Dragon. Hold on, I'm switching this to my my camera. All right, we're here. This is where we pull right now a quarter century secret rare Blue Eyes White Dragon. We're cracking it open. We're cracking it open. Let's go. Let's actually go. Now, here's a crazy strat. You put the best card is probably this one. So we're going to pull it and we're going to put it to the back. That is our guaranteed retro card. Let's look at the first card. We got Salaman Great Circle. This card is in Duel Links. I think it's like limited. It's pretty good. Alternate art polymerization. The hero one. It's pretty cool. It breaks the fourth wall. We have our hero monsters literally fusing into the actual polymerization card. That's kind of cool. Nightmare Phoenix, which this card is very good. Very, very strong. Oh my fucking god, bro. No way. We just pulled a quarter century secret rare Deep Sea Diva, bro. Holy shit, dude. That is insane, bro. What? Yo, we got to get a price check on this card. Hold on, bro. That's actually crazy, dude. That is actually insane. Oh my god, there's still more cards, bro. Holy shit. I got a platinum secret rare Slifer for the Sky Dragon, dude. Holy shit, dude. This Deep Sea Diva is getting sleeved. This is why the Bonanza pack is literally my favorite pack, dude. I swear I pull like quarter century secret rares like they're fucking nothing, dude. I pulled this shit out of my fucking ass. That's a normal ass day for me. That is a normal ass fucking day for me. Dude, let's get a price check on that. Going to TCG player, let's check it out. Let's actually check it out. Whatever. It's $5, but it makes me feel good. This is worth I would never, I'm telling you, I would never buy a $5 Deep Sea Diva, but it's going in my Diva Hero Edison deck. All right, that's the reality. The reality is I just got a rarity upgrade, and that's why I feel good opening up the Bonanza pack. The Bonanza pack pretty much only has good Edison cards. Like I like it's all Edison. You got your first win against Speedroid. Nice, congratulations, bro. Congratulations. Congratulations, bro. All right, guys. This is my time, bro. It's literally 2 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get up hella early because I have school, into work, into grinding the fucking ladder tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I really hope to see you this weekend. I hope you guys all have a fantastic night. I hope to see some of you guys again tomorrow. I will catch you guys all again tomorrow. If you have yet to subscribe, make sure you fucking subscribe. If you made it this long on the fucking stream, I know you like it. I know you're gonna be back. You should subscribe, bro. Come on, check it out, bro. Like, come on, man. Do me a solid, bro. I just put you on the craziest Speedroid sauce you've ever heard in your entire life. Come on now. Drop me a sub. Drop me a sub. I hope you all have a fantastic night. I will catch you again, like I said, tomorrow. Tomorrow, after I finish school, after I finish work, I will catch you here. Have a